BIOScapes Group, we started as a small family-owned business.
Initially a commercial landscape business and now specialising in synthetic sporting courts with a big focus towards bowling clubs and over 55s communities.
We're standing here in an amazing facility at Ocean Grove Bowls Club, brand new, opened in September 2025, a world-class facility capable of hosting the best events in the world.
So when Ocean Grove first reached out, it was a very exciting prospect of not only two world-class synthetic bowling greens, but they wanted to turn this 3,000 square metre space into one big function area.
We looked at what an indoor facility would do for our club. We wanted to compete with the nation's best on all levels, on the green, off the green, and to create a facility like this was just needed to be done.
The R&D that's gone into the product and the materials that we use has only improved over time.
Being undercover, that opportunity to play it all hours of the day, every day of the week.
Several design meetings. There's always a lot of design changes.
We had the area, we knew what we sort of wanted.
Really good communication makes it really easy. A few challenges. Anything that we did run into was very quickly identified, spoken about with the Bowls Club, and that led to us having a pretty smooth experience.
BIOScapes right through the whole process, nothing's been too much. Regular communication, post-project completion, the follow-up service, second to none.
I think it's really important, the work we do at BIOScapes, to be able to give people the chance to have the same experience that I get, all the way from like a community sporting level to a venue like this.
Here's an all-weather facility, you can do whatever you want. We hosted the Gollan night. We've got a World Bowls function coming up in May. It's not just a bowling green, it's a multi-purpose entertainment facility, unlimited opportunities.
Very good morning, viewers. Big welcome back to Cabra Bowls Test Match number 3 about to commence. We are featuring the Women's Series today, which between the BIOScapes New South Wales Blues and the Queensland Kookaburras locked away at 1 apiece. As we said yesterday, one of the greatest rivalries on the Lawn Bowls calendar, New South Wales v Queensland. Every victory well and truly earned between these two fantastic states. And alongside myself, Lee Stinson once again. I welcome Steve Glasson. Thanks, Steve.
Good morning, Lee. Pleasure to be here and delighted, probably sitting on the fence, delighted that we're at 1-1 and this one being the big decider. So looking forward to this. It'll be interesting. I think Queensland, they jumped out to an enormous or a very fast start here yesterday morning in the ladies' test. Somewhere in the vicinity of about 30 shots. So they'd be keen to emulate that, but that's highly unlikely in these situations. So the green's running very nice again. Fairly heavy dew this morning, so it will warm up as the morning goes and the pace will quicken up. So probably a little bit holding early on. It's just a delight for these players to play on such a green. It's just magnificent, but just let that dew burn off and away we go.
As a lead-in to today's game, you see there on screen, viewers, the results from this same event last year. You can see the current series trophy holders for the Wal Curry Memorial Trophy in the Open Men, New South Wales current holders, and they will take that once again in front 2-0. The Open Women playing for the Ashes here today, as we said, locked 1-1 and all up for grabs there. And you see those other results across the under 25s and over 40s categories. In 2025, it was 3 disciplines each for these two great states. And matches this morning will dictate how things go for the series. And there's our team lineups, bottom to top for the BIOScapes New South Wales Blues. Erin Swatridge, Jen Delves, Anne Johns and Natasha Van Eldik, who put in a great performance yesterday afternoon on our coverage. They take on Julie Keegan's rink, who's had 2 victories herself so far, alongside Reese Finn Young, Emma Rowbotham and Jacinta Weir. Been the standout for the Queensland side, and Steve, probably Julie's rink needs to keep that up again and put it over Natasha's awesome foursome from yesterday.
Absolutely. So Tash was beaten yesterday morning, but came out all guns blazing yesterday afternoon. As you say, with Julie's rink having had 2 wins, that'll give them a great deal of confidence going into what could be perceived as New South Wales #1 rink, I guess, under Natasha's helm. So
absolutely, they're in the middle there as well. Sarah Boddington, Kate Walker, Samantha Nerona and Brianna Smith taking on Lily Vardy, Emma Spicer, Amanda Havocker and Nolene Dutton. And our feature matchup this morning, leading up for the Blues, Jodie Fruend, Louise Cronan, Jessie Cottell and Kay Moran in the skipping role. And they take on Queensland's Olivia Rothwell, Sheridan Gollan, Pamela Rowe and Olivia Millerick. Should be a great game. Viewers, as we said, more and more of you tuning in. 1 test all between these 2 great states as players complete the last couple of bowls here on trial end number 2. And conditions, as you mentioned, Steve, bright, sunny day, very similar to yesterday morning. The direction the ladies are playing there now, you see with that shadow on the green, cast over by the clubhouse and facilities here at Cabra will be slightly slower coming back towards that clubhouse end as soon as those bowls hit the shadows. So ladies will need to keep an eye on that, mate, throughout the morning.
yeah, it's being alert, isn't it? It's believing what you see. Sometimes that's easier said than done, but certainly up into that shaded area and a little bit of sun glare as well, just to distort the distance perception. So they have to be on their toes this morning. But all very well versed in this, very experienced, so I'm sure they'll handle it.
Get things underway, and it is the Blues to cast the jack and have first bowl here on end number 1, and their lead Jodie Fruend from Port City.
Great part of the world. Very jealous.
Jodie, a dual state representative.
Look at this first up.
Well
If that's any
played.
indication, we're in for a howler. Great start.
Jodie moved up from Victoria just a few seasons ago as a former Victorian state singles winner. Has made her way into the Blues side in the last 2 to 3 years. Made her debut not all that long ago for New South Wales. But yeah, as we say, very distinguished bowler and 2022 Victorian singles champion. So certainly knows what she's doing here with these draw shots up front.
She's had nearly the perfect start here for a lead. 1-on-1 just past. She's done her job perfectly in this opening end here, just to strike a little blow early.
And leading up for the Queenslanders this morning, Olivia Rothwell, 22-year-old from Algester. This is her debut series, Steve, in the Queensland women's side. So test appearance number 3.
How exciting for us.
Olivia.
Very close. Great effort. Yeah, it's been really good to see some of the young talent here this couple of days as well. There's a few new faces and things like that. So some budding superstars of the future. We witnessed young Lily Vardy leading up for Queensland yesterday, just 17 years of age, and played really, really well, and just looked like she's a seasoned campaigner out here. It wasn't a first series, of course, but she just looked very much at home. As we sort of mentioned yesterday, probably a future skip for the state in years to come.
It might not be too many years away either.
No, that's very true. Very true, Lee.
The way she's tracking. There's a couple other bowls tracked in behind there as Sheridan Gollan, also from Algester, plays her first. She's pulling up about a metre in front of the jack. If you weren't with us yesterday, test 1, as Steve mentioned, went to Queensland. 64-54. They took out the opening match. But it was the Blues who fought back in the afternoon session. 70 shots to 45. Victors there. So all to play for, one apiece. How crucial, Steve, do you think it is getting in front of these first 2 or 3 ends across each rink?
Ideally, you like to jump, don't you? Just it boosts your confidence as well, gets you on the front foot. It is noticeable the change in tactic already this morning. That in most cases, the thirds are standing up the skips. Yesterday, we didn't see much of that. Today, it's definitely on show. So both teams have obviously had a bit of a team meeting and understanding this is the crucial match. This is the big decider, that they're employing these slightly different tactics, get everybody involved.
Absolutely. Great to see. And we know these ladies, very, very experienced players, to come here in the back end. And despite her tender age, that lady just delivered, Jessie Cottell, a local here at Cabra Bowls. Achieved quite a lot already in her career, and will know these greens as good as anyone, as you see straight away.
Played that perfect. Oh, well, she has framed it a little bit. It's such a good bowl, but she did frame it up a little bit for Queensland, so potential we'll see some sort of arriving weight here. Pam Rowe from the magnificent Pine Rivers Bowls Club in Brisbane has been previously the main host of the BPL competition, the Bowls Premier League competition. They've done a great job over many years. They've pulled out of it this year, but they'll be sorely missed. So Pam just trying to arrive up here.
Just going underneath the line first up. Of course, all players get 2 trial ends. But it does usually take you a few ends just to get the exact rhythm of what's going on. Depending on what shots you get called upon as a back end played, don't always get that just draw to the centre line, do you?
That's right. Gee, Jessie's played 2 absolute crackers here first up. That's brilliant. Well, I think we'll see more weight now. Yeah, definitely more weight here from Queensland required. So losing your bowl, ideally. If you miss, yeah, a lot more solid here. Try and open it up.
Just needs to hold on as long as it can.
Well, not out of the woods yet. We'll definitely open it up a little bit.
Just a bowl or 2 under target.
Yeah, not a bad
missed
result.
on the right side, if anything, to
Correct.
be able to cause some disturbance. And
yeah.
I'm sure Bolivia not too unhappy with that circumstance to roll all of those New South Wales bowls in and around Jack High and open up clear access to the Jack. And you see the New South Wales ladies already considering trying to make their best judgment of how to cover this up.
Yeah, change it up a little bit. Get in there, try and beat Queensland to it.
Thankfully, from our perspective, Steve, they have got a broader range of colours today. We don't seem to have been caught out too much by 2 players opposing each other using the same coloured bowls.
Using pink bowls up front and things like that, yeah.
Very kind of the ladies.
So I think Cahill will just be trying to draw just to change this up a little bit. Very precise delivery, Moran, on her lefty's forehand. Maybe just roll the Jack High bowl or a little slight touch on the Jack.
She's got the line, but just overplayed on pace.
Well, that's maybe not too bad. It's another one past. I'll be surprised if Bolivia is short. She won't be running, but it'll be a confident draw, I dare say. It's a fair bit to land on if you can time it right.
Olivia Millerick, Queensland skip, steps up to the mat for her first delivery here this morning. Appears to have chosen the forehand, and as Steve alluded to, quite a broad target to play towards here. Just pick the weight she's comfortable with.
Yeah, playing it quite confidently. Needs to get back, just hanging a little bit high there. That's a sider for her next one. Gives her a bit of position at the back. In case she does want to open her shoulders a little bit.
It's the deepest bowl. New South Wales have the 2nd deepest bowl on the rink, the orange one belonging to Jodie Fruend. So
encouragement from Jess there.
Just asked her to draw right on top of the jack. Get in before the opposition does.
Okay, Moran, as I say, very meticulous with her delivery.
Certainly a better weighted bowl this time.
Very close here. Played it really well here.
What angle does she find from here? It's a little kiss on the jack.
Look, it's good.
Makes a few shots. That's all you can do. And Olivia nice and firm here, Steve. We might get a replay of N1 potentially.
Maybe.
She goes right through this jack.
It's really... She's got a few options here. It just really depends on what she's confident of playing. It looks like she might be swinging over the backhand here.
As I mentioned,
on the forehand.
Her first bowl is the deepest one on the rink. So the jack finds its way all the way through those bowls. It is in advantage of Queensland.
How much weight? Yeah, nice and solid. It's got a good run on.
Oh, it's close to getting some bowls out at least. Moves a couple away and 2 the final outcome. So very well played in there from the Blues. All 4 players had an impact in drawing around the jack. Bowl of Pamela Rowe, her second attempt, cleared things up a bit, and Bolivia we reduced 1 or 2 out of the count there with her last. A good positive start. Those other scores starting to come through across our other 2 rinks of this women's test series. Nolene Dutton taking a single on the opening end against Brianna Smith, and Natasha Van Eldyk with 2 shots against Julie Keegan on her first end. So please let us know where you are watching on from this morning. Great to see you all back with us today. Plenty of Queensland support in the chat yesterday, so a big call out to all our New South Wales Blues supporters. Get into the comments, let us know where you are. Gary's watching on from Lismore this morning. Billy Ahoy is at Lightning Ridge today, tuning in. Morning to you, Bill, part of our New South Wales men's senior side, who will be off to Deer Park next month.
I was just up that way last week, up around the Burke area, Burke and Walgett, in that area last week. Really good, dodging a few roos early in the mornings, but that's part of the course. So.
Missed all of them?
Fortunately, yes. It doesn't always happen that way. I've had some moments, but...
missed in behind. Be a little bit further than she wanted, but you'd sooner be missing on the more positive side than otherwise.
Most definitely.
Clive Williams watching on. We've got some family members playing in some of the other disciplines.
Yeah, hi Clive.
Down here this week. Very morning to you. And Di Boddington is at Wongamut Beach in Thailand.
Sounds awful.
The Blues, doesn't that sound? Yeah.
Sounds awful.
Tough spot to be in the morning.
Yeah.
It's really the exact time difference, 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah.
I think to Thailand. So nice early morning for you, Di.
So Louise looking very good here. Played it extremely well. Yeah. Good team play. Jodie just sort of missed out a little bit. Her first one was good with her lead bowls, but Louise has backed her up perfectly, coming in at 2.
That's the thing as a second, Steve, isn't it? Your bowls are so much determined by where your lead has finished up. You may be in a consolidating role. You could be playing small attacking weight.
Yep. Close here. Oh, geez, that bowl fell out of the way. Right
fell.
at the last moment.
May have just been missing it anyway.
It hit. It saw it coming and ducked. My bowls don't do that.
Roll out the other way to make it even a wider target.
Well, mine have to be knocked up to get that close, but tell you what, pretty handy again here, Louise. If you run the distance, the line's good. Just got to hurry. Just underdone, but not going to make it any easier for Queensland.
So Sheridan just trying to drop a fraction of pace. Of course, still wants to draw as close as she can here. pointed down an okay line.
Yeah,
Get
just
past
going to collect that
last.
front one, yeah. It's just starting to get a little bit clogged up now.
Vince in Leppington, not too far from where we are here. Good morning to you, Vince. Hope you're enjoying coverage. Former chairman of Cabra Bowls on there too, Ian Prescott Smith. Watched on in Windang. Good morning to you, Ian. I hope you're well. Viewer from Louisiana in the USA as well.
Wow.
All corners of the globe
Yeah, that's
covered
great.
this morning.
Yep, that's awesome. Big day, Bowls Day, with this happening this morning. We've got Commonwealth Games kicking off tonight, just prior to the opening ceremony over there in Glasgow. So lots to look forward to in the bowls for the bowls keen enthusiasts, the viewers. Of course, we've got the Jackaroos featuring, but even coming from Australia, we've got a lot of other players that are based here in Australia now that are playing for other countries, you know, the likes of Canada and New Zealand and so on. So Malta.
Northern Ireland.
Northern Ireland, yeah.
A few others that we've missed there along the way.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Let's see a tantalising matchup in the men's pairs sectional rounds with recent member of Warilla, Corey Wedlock, with the current Warilla member, Aaron Tees, drawn against Gary Kelly from Warilla in sectional play. So
it's a grudgy, isn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah, tough little section, of course, just random draws in those events. And Northern Ireland, Australia and New Zealand all in the one section of men's pairs. Exciting to watch. That first one of Pam close to second shot. Hard to quite tell how far forward that is, but Jessie once again.
Yeah. She zeroed in this morning. Look at that. Perfect. Couldn't have walked up there and placed that any better, really.
So Pam's going to try and follow that same path. Dan's got her own bowl. Maybe about half a metre to 2 feet out. Full roll on it. Guarantees third shot. She slipped down towards Jessie's last.
Just a fraction high or quick, one or the other, but gave a little chance. Advantage Blues at this stage on this end.
At least a couple there that we can see so far. One of these ones here for Kay. Where of course, you'd love to be counting with this one, but very conscious of the fact not to assist Bolivia and widen any visual target that you can have from the mat end of the green.
Yeah, I think it's a good tactic they're looking at here. Kay being a lefty, playing a forehand. She can be outside the very short bowl if she wants, if she's playing positional.
So that's the right-hand side of the screen there as we look at it.
Or under it to beat the orange bowl there and count. Just depends how greedy she is. If she wants to draw a counter or protect. She doesn't really need the protection. They're pretty well covered out there at the back. So for my way of thinking, drawing a shot. I think I've called this all wrong because she is playing forehand. Sorry, I couldn't tell by the way she's lined up on the mat.
It comes a little bit from the inside on a forehand.
Yeah, gently does it.
Just to rattle this jack in if it moves. Yeah, it hasn't gone
shot.
too far at all.
Very good shot.
And if anything, that's taken the jack ever so slightly further away from that front bowl of Pamela Rowe. The white one. So it's at least 3, and there's no direct line for firm weight.
The joys of skipping. Who wants to be a skip? Everyone's, oh, I want to skip, I want to skip. What would you want to skip for?
So just trying to draw a close bowl with this, potentially change an angle for a second. Just needs to run the full journey here past these front ones if she can.
Gee, she's right on track for it. Did nudge that up a little bit.
That may have taken out some of their other New South Wales potential counters. Jessie saying we're pretty happy with how things are positioned at the moment. So let's get around. You see where she's placed a foot there. It's the target area for Kay to be in. Don't leave anything short for your opposition to utilise. Finishing behind in case things are moved.
Tactically, the ladies actually do a lot better than the men in bowls. They often do this. They give them a target, like with their foot and that sort of thing. The men are sort of a little bit, I don't know, lazier.
Yeah, just do this, Steve.
Just tuck around there somewhere. I'm going to draw a shot here if she... Oh, well, that's pretty good there too. There's a chance that Jack could splash out that side, depending on what sort of weight. Don't know if she can play a lot of weight here because she hasn't got a lot in the head that's close.
I'd probably love to see Olivia come and have a look at this. Some of these angles have changed since she was at the head.
She's really just trying to draw the shot here.
It seems to be. Call was my first weight okay, and Pam gave her the advice. Probably just need about a foot more than your first. She sneaks past her own bowl with a foot more weight. She'll be right in the area.
She got the weight, that's the question.
It's a fair line.
It's a great line. She's got to hurry now.
Well, as far as you can now, Olivia. Well played.
Oh, that's a very good shot.
Superb
might have
effort.
reduced it to one.
One bowl taken
She
out.
has
One
well
it
played.
is.
No, that's a really good shot. You couldn't ask for much more there. That's a very, very good shot.
Yes, you
Very
take
good
that.
shot. Under the circumstance, she didn't have much going for her.
We can see live at the venue, a big smile on her face. Pretty happy with that.
Pretty bubbly character though.
Lovely
too,
lady.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yep.
Been around in representative bowls for a long time. Still only in her early 30s.
Yep.
Former Jackaroo
Yes.
as well.
Yes.
Was Olivia. Played 38 games for Australia.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's no mean feat whatsoever to get capped for your country on that many occasions. Former Australian singles champion as well back in 2021. And she also has a Queensland state title alongside one of her opponents today, Jessie Cottell.
There you go. I was going to say she got a Bubs, but a Bubs wouldn't be a Bubs these days. A Bubs had probably eaten steaks, eggs and chips and, you know, playing footy and... Don't know the age now.
Seems to go quicker for people like you and I, Steve. It moves on, doesn't it?
It sure does. So Jodie, good solid opening bowl again here. Here's in the orange bowls. It's good leading. Very well played. Yep, really good. Used her own. Nothing wrong with that. Well played.
Played it with the right weight to get maximum advantage out of her first bowl.
You're trying to get as close as she can just to give her team a little bit of a chance here. Pretty good there. Well done. It's in the game, as we say.
Thanks everyone for jumping on this morning. Let us know where you are. Birkdale in Queensland, Port Macquarie, New South Wales, Maryland and a very sunny Gold Coast. Thanks for sending some of your lovely Gold Coast weather down to us here in Sydney. Very fortunate down here so far. Daryl at Calamba Laguna in the Philippines.
You mentioned Birkdale. I know that area well. That's being a former Capella member many, many moons ago. Good shot, Sheridan. Good second shot there. Another second. Close to it at least.
So those of us that aren't as familiar, Steve, Birkdale is
southern suburbs of Brisbane.
Okay.
Two good bowls for Louise for a second. Just right in, tucked in behind the jack there.
Sure, just trying to draw in another close one. Even if she sits alongside the shot bowl or turns at once.
Yeah, just fattens it up or changes the angles a little bit. Not far away. Could use that a little bit, a little edge off that to get in there. So Jessie's next up, and she started the game very well.
4 almost perfect draw shots, you'd say. She'd
Yep.
be a rating about a 9.8 out of 10 at the moment.
She would be.
Must be a good feeling, so especially in a big game like this to start well.
Yeah, it definitely boosts your confidence. It kind of relaxes you as well and just gives you a good feel for the rest of the game. So
We've all been there where the first 6 or 8 ends, you might get a range of different shot options to have to play, and you're never really able to lock in on line and wait.
and your whisker, not far away.
We didn't catch the results from yesterday. All our 6 disciplines into their 3rd and final test match this morning. It is the New South Wales Blues who wrapped up 3 series yesterday. So that was in the state men's, the under-25 women and the over-40s men. New South Wales 2-0 in front in those 3 events, and 3 tied series. Obviously the one we are featuring here this morning in the state women's, as well as the under-25 men and over-40 women, all locked at 1 apiece.
Good shot, another one in the head.
One there to New South Wales. Queensland start to build in some bowls around it. I'm sure some consideration starting to think towards some aggression on that bowl if it's still available.
Oh, Jessie had perfect weight.
And he's Bolivia
Yeah,
straight
now
away.
she's
He
having
might
a
be
bit of a
turning
look,
to the
yeah,
other side
yep.
of the green here.
There you go. Yep, just control weight, trying to land the bowl. Can get it off clean. There's a couple inches gap. Well, I quite like this weight. Just crossing the line. Well, nearly Jake shot out of that. She wasn't too far away from it, to be honest. That bowl had fallen over. Would have been a bit of a fluke, but
There's a really good shot selection, though. That was a nice little angle to play for. Like that intent. Chippy Campbell, go Queensland. Great to see my second favourite player, Pammy, on the live stream.
excellent. I wonder who the first favourite is.
I'm going to guess it's Steve Glasson.
I would think so.
Depends how old Chippy is. Chippy's in his 70s or 80s. Might be you.
Okay, lefty's backhand.
I'm just trying to get somewhere near that bowl that was rolled across, Steve, I guess.
Yeah. Weight's not bad, just a little high. And she's missing on the right side, though. She doesn't really want to be crossing the line, so... And it's a good home there. Very good home there.
You saw her teammates at the end there. Once they realised she was past Jack High, urging it to go as far as it could. Receiving positions. It is still available here for Olivia. Swinging weight, her backhand. A couple of things to work off potentially here. Let's see what happens.
Workers here. Oh, nearly.
Doesn't quite fall in their favour.
May have made it a little bit harder for her to get that bowl out on that shot now clean. I'll have to weigh up where Kay finishes here. And maybe go quicker for the edge of the bowl. Some genuine interest in this one. It's just bending under now.
Well, that's going to change some angles there as well. Once we get that angle from the camera view behind the rink. You see there, there's a small little gap there, Steve, just off the centre line to use that widest bowl. A couple
Wide
of bowls
bowl.
off centre.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the one that Pam's pointed at.
Little shimmy
Either
off
edge of that.
Little shimmy off that one. It's really either that or just a forehand draw to flop the jack high bowl or use it to flop in.
Not too much over the draw here, but does it turn for her? She's out a bit wider than her first.
Great way to draw the shot, but just a little high. One to the Blues.
First three ends in favour of New South Wales as they get out to a 4-0 lead. And now naming sponsor of the New South Wales Blues, BIOScapes. Every great green, of course, starts with what you can't see. BIOScapes Group have been building synthetic bowling greens since 2007. They're an award-winning Australian family-owned company with a highly skilled in-house team, not subcontractors. Proudly local and genuinely innovative. Their true specialty is the base, that hidden foundation that gives a green its longevity. Get the foundation wrong, and like a house, everything above it will fail. BIOScapes, the experts beneath the surface.
Well done. Yeah, you're very good at that. Very good at that. You could be on the shopping channel.
Late night shopping.
Yeah,
Have I got a deal for you?
exactly. Steak knives and
But wait, there's more.
Olivia Rothwell from Algester. One of our rising stars. On debut, you said, didn't you? On debut.
Yes, her first ladies test series.
How exciting for her.
Yeah, obviously had some recent quality form. Took out the Women's Fours Championship at the Queensland State Championships in late May. That was alongside one of the ladies we saw yesterday, Amanda Havocker, as well as Denise Gilbert and Bonnie Atwell. Bonnie's here, of course, playing in the 25s ladies event. Olivia, obviously noticed at High Honours as well. She's part of the academy squad for the Jackaroos.
Yes.
And formerly based in the Northern Territory in her early years, Steve.
Okay.
Including going away to the 2018 Australian Junior Championships and picking up a couple of medals there. A silver
Good on her.
in the triples, a bronze in the fours for the NT. Hopefully in the years to come too, there'll be more Olivia Rothwell's coming through up in NT.
Yeah, absolutely.
Unfortunately, don't have that junior representation there at the moment at the Nationals, so you'd love to see them back on board. Gary saying looks great where we are. It certainly is. He's in Ballarat. Currently 4 degrees at the moment for Gary in Ballarat.
Beautiful. So New South Wales leader Jodie has once again put a little bit of pressure on Queensland. At present, these first 3 or 4 ends, New South Wales have been beating Queensland to the jacks. That's something Queensland can work on. Now, it just needs the running here. Very close.
Doesn't want
This
this
is a
one
great
over.
shot. That is a wonderful bowl. Very well played.
Importantly too, Steve, most of the time the New South Wales good bowls have been centre line bowls as well, haven't they? Either
Making it difficult,
directly in
yeah.
front, directly behind.
Yep, not giving Queensland much joy as far as tactics or conversions are concerned. Needs contact here. Oh, just missed high. Probably a little bit quick, but gave it a chance.
Now, I struggle when I can see the jack from the other end, but once it's covered up, it's just a completely different mindset, isn't it, when you step onto the mat and you can't see the jack.
Just searching for it.
It's hidden behind some of the bowls. See those scores coming through. Natasha Van Eldik, we said it was important for Julie Keegan's rink given their form this week with 2 rink wins so far, but unfortunately for them, Natasha's rink has won all 4 ends in play so far. 8-0 advantage.
Close to counting as well here for Ben's. Oh, we've only just out. Right. We just need to turn this over a little bit here. We don't, if you're a Queensland supporter rather, you don't want this sort of dominance by New South Wales to continue for too long. They haven't done a lot wrong, Queensland, but just New South Wales have been a little bit tighter, a little bit closer, and it's putting a bit of heat on Pam, Rowe playing third for Queensland, and of course Bolivia in the back end. As you said, the heads have been well structured, that it's been hard for Queensland to get out of trouble on them.
Pam just missing a line here underneath. Looks to be about the speed she was after.
Great speed. All time, as B said. All time weight. Yeah, it's a good call from Kay. Whilst they've got plenty in the head, they haven't got much beyond New South Wales, so a little bit of insurance down the back.
Yeah, they've weighted their 5 draw shots very well. Therefore, against them at the back of the rink, and it may not necessarily be where the jack's going to at the moment, but if Queensland play a good one and turn the jack to a different position, you'll have that opportunity for yourself to utilise later on as much as a protection.
Yep. Options. Options are great.
So Pam, very good weight with the first. Can she get around this bowl with the same weight?
Needs to hold around that.
She's trying.
Oh, well. Doesn't make it any easier again, unfortunately.
I hope I don't get this wrong for you, Clive. Boonaroo.
Boonaroo, yeah.
The club.
Yeah,
right?
Boonaroo Sandy Straits.
Yeah, one of the smallest clubs in the state. They're saying how proud they are to have 4 players in the test between here this week and also in the para that's taking place at Northern Suburbs. I think the club in Brisbane next week.
Great part of the world, Boonaroo too. Just south of Maryborough, up on the Queensland coast there. I get there a couple of times a year or once a year.
Kay's going to come right side of screen. Her forehand. Just worried about that last one of Pam. The option probably for Bolivia is to be just over a draw. So we're going to potentially count or get a fraction deeper and protect where a trail might end up.
Done pretty well, I think, too. Just trying to get through this board.
Does she change any angles here?
Well, a little bit. Well, it does fatten it up a little bit. So
yeah, it takes away a big gap that was
yeah,
there.
that does potentially help Queensland a little bit. Unintentionally, it was a good bowl, but just maybe a bowl tight.
Yeah, it did on that hand what they were trying to avoid on the other hand.
Correct. Yep, it's really a little hit and run shot here. The weight to sort of stun into that head, lock in and just run on a little bit. So
that orange one right down the centre of the rink, her target bowl. Move both of those New South Wales bowls away. She gets it right.
The area, very close here. She's quite unlucky there. Just caught the wrong angle of that one. It's a fantastic attempt.
Thought for a moment in their discussions that she might have played a bit firmer than that.
Yeah.
Really give, as you said, Steve, her bowl the opportunity to follow through and cause some havoc.
Yeah. I think Kay's still got to play her left-handed. Well, So thinking more about cover here rather than anything else. Bit of protection. Queensland have got a few bowls, you know, a metre or so past the jack there, so it's a good call from Jess. The head's set up pretty well for New South Wales.
Absolutely. We'll see it from behind here in a few moments.
Once again, like you said last time, I wouldn't mind seeing B go up and have a look at this. Olivia for Queensland, just she's looking into the sun. The angles have changed a bit since they crossed over. That's a very good bowl from Kay.
Yeah, this is not set up well. That
Oh,
orange
that's
bowl
good, yeah.
looks
Pam's calling her up. That's good.
yeah,
I like
jammed
this.
right in the middle, doesn't it? That, Just looking at the angle we can see on screen there with you viewers, that she makes contact with her own, that two-tone blue that sits in front of the orange, whilst the nearest New South Wales bowl will move away. The orange one is a good chance of remaining in there. She goes rather firm. She has got a big drive on her as well,
She
so that
has.
is potentially available to her.
I think that's her only option.
Yeah, you would envisage by even playing 5 or 6 metres of weight that that orange bowl will not have enough momentum to go through the head. So you're not hitting it first, it's going to stun into another one, and you're going to need pretty firm weight to get that orange bowl removed.
Okay, big discussion. We'll see what the girls come up with.
Did the right thing, as you said, Steve. Come down and have a look. They were walking around the front of that head, looking at all the different angles and opportunities that they had available to them.
Especially looking into the sun too, it is hard to judge. So she's actually, I think she's just trying to play the backhand here to turn the bowl onto the jack. Once again, a high degree of difficulty.
You've got to pass the front and bend in time.
She had really good weight for it. Just such a hard shot to play.
We'll see two confirmed there for New South Wales, and just like the Van Eldyk rink, these ladies here for the Blues have won the opening 4 ends. They established a handy lead early days on the master board. Ian Whalen saying, yes, perfect weather here in Sydney. Beautiful one day, perfect the next.
Pitching Queensland slogan.
Yeah, we'll take that. Seemed rather cursed the last 3 or 4 years. Often said to clubs, if you want to have some rain in your area, call up Bowls New South Wales and ask to host an event. We'll bring the rain your way. Thankfully, on this occasion, we are clear. And Steve, I'm going to put you to the challenge. You've got to guess this player in the comments.
Guess this player.
Steve, I remember you won the Champion of Champions, and I won the State Champion of Champions singles in the same year. The men's and women's at the same club at Capella Bar in 1995. I'm not sure if it meant you were both at Capella Bar or it was held at Capella Bar. 1995. See a female player. Talking about being the male and female on the same rink.
Oh, I should really know this too. I think we must have both been at Capella Bar, because I don't remember playing one at Capella Bar. Champ of Champs.
Maybe your premier lady players.
Very good here, Jodie. Well done.
Good correction. Bowl number 2.
The biggest trouble with respect to this wonderful person is that I can't remember what I did, let alone. Right, well, did this lady play for Australia?
I believe so.
Okay.
Narrows it down a bit.
Well, you did give me a bit of a clue off thing. I'm going to go the mighty Riggers.
Maria Rigby.
Riggers. Jack, Riggers. How are you, Riggers? That was a catch call. Didn't mind hunting the jack a little bit. And if
you're good enough to do it.
Oh, very much so.
If you're good enough to do it, why not?
And you'd often hear the catch cry, Jack. More often not, Riggers got it too, so I hope you're well, Riggers. She won a lot of titles, Maria Rigby.
Sheridan Gollan. First bowl here.
That's very good. Using the pack if she flops. Well done. Yeah, happy with that. B. Such a bubbly character, Bolivia. She's always very encouraging. I really like it. Highly respected amongst her peers. Deservingly so.
We're in a Broadbeach for a number of years now. I believe moved down from Bundaberg
up that way
originally.
Yep.
Her and her sister, Cassandra. Cass now, of course, down at Moema these days.
Yes, doing very well as well. Here again here. Just to get to the orange bowl if she can, but flop. Oh, that's unlucky, really. It's two good bowls. Just didn't quite get the right connection there, but two very good shots.
They played 4 good bowls here. The Queenslanders all in around that 2-foot range. They just can't quite get that one on top of the jack. Although on this particular occasion, opposition much the same. So a little bit of room here for our thirds to work with. And first up, Jessie Cottell, as we said, former Queensland State Women's Representative, now applying her trade here at Cabra and for the Blues.
Right on line for it. Must be an important game today. There's some important people watching too. It's a big game. Eh?
You and I look like we're under review, Steve. I think.
It's just like being at home. Eh? Under review.
This might be the bunker. Is this the bunker official next to us for any controversial decisions? So, yeah, very important people. Bowls New South Wales CEO Tim Rowe alongside us. I can see on the upper deck Bowls Queensland CEO Fletcher Dyson cheering on his state as well.
Yep.
So,
and the boys are nowhere near each other, are they? They're Tim's down here, Fletcher's up top. They're not talking to each other, so very good shot just again.
A touch off the front. Yeah, it screams as though they've had a bet. I think on this series.
Yeah.
You can see in the State of Origin, the Premier's talking about flying the flag outside the
wearing
Harbour
the
Bridge
or
something.
Yeah,
wearing the opposition's clothing.
Now,
Tim's got the upper hand at the moment, as we said. New South Wales 3 series locked away.
This is good here, Pam. This is just what the doctor ordered. Very good shot, Pam Rowe.
Done. Has she done enough for shots?
If it flops, how's it going to move the jack?
Well, it has moved down. They haven't gone back to mark it as a toucher yet, so
no.
I hope for their sake it means she's done enough.
Did it move the jack a little bit then or not? I couldn't quite catch it.
Well, they haven't gone down to mark it, so
No.
I'm going to suggest if it was close before it fell and it hasn't moved the jack, that it must be holding.
So you can see what Kay's looking at here. Being lefty, she'll be playing a backhand, trying to turn the Blues' nearest bowl. The second shot up onto the jack and splash it sideways to 3 o'clock. The bowl at 3 o'clock as we look at it. That's my understanding of what she's going to attempt. And I could be wrong because I've been wrong many, many times before. It's really a metre of weight, I guess. Or thereabouts. I don't know how she balances so well like that. I wouldn't be able to walk tonight.
There's a lot of gym work in that, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Core control.
Nice positive shot here. Needs connection. Nearly. Oh, well, it does tighten it up a little bit now.
Yeah, that shot's not as available as it was really the first time that Kay's been under any pressure. She's had the luxury over the first 4 ends to play a lot of positional and covering bowls, or even drawing a shot to add to an already existing count.
It's even hard for B here to to add another one because the head's so tight, so very difficult to add another. It's possible, but another bowl on the head would be advantageous.
She's interested in this, Steve. Does it
run.
bend down?
Got to run. Oh. Yeah, change of tactic. I agree with this. Change of hands here. Back to the forehand and really just trying to draw a toucher. Only one down. The scoreboard's favourable at this stage. Nothing silly. Yeah, that one didn't come out quite as clean as they normally do for Kay. The weight was okay, just a touch high. Oh, I don't know how hard B's going to try here. The positive thing for Queensland is here winning the end, getting on the scoreboard, and then looking at a length change.
Yeah, absolutely, it's tough as it is, but it won't be a great mindset if she does accidentally turn shot away. No more than half a metre of weight on her last. So you're drawing just right to the front of the jack, and if you fall fractionally short of that, you said not the worst result. Hold on to the opportunity to make a tactical adjustment.
Yeah, last thing you want to do is give it away here. And I think she's played a little bit chicken, which I don't disagree with. That's when a short bowl's not too bad. We talk about short bowls all the time, but sometimes, especially for skippers, if you're holding, the further away the better. So we're definitely going to have a chat here about the length. See what the consensus is.
What was your involvement pre-game, Steve? Would you always have a chat amongst your team, whether you were a front end or a back end player, about what plan A was, at least, and maybe B? Would you have that?
Yeah, there's probably a couple of meetings, to be honest, without procrastinating over it, but there'd be one as a whole with the whole 12 and maybe your coach as a group, just to sort of get in the same headspace. But then, yeah, it's always good to have an individual ranked chat too, just to come up with some ploys and some tactics of what you might employ. You've got to be very open-minded because the game changes so frequently and so often. And at times very quickly. So they put their heads together here and they've come up with this plan to take the mat right back and throw the jack short, which I don't mind.
So Olivia's taking the mat, the back of the mat on the tee, so a full mat length for a maximum at that end of the green. But the jack has been thrown 3 metres past the minimum length. So 23 and a half metres here, and she's played her first bowl really well, as
She certainly has.
Jay, our camera operator, jumps off the chair,
Yes.
goes and zooms in on that camera, given the short distance
quick.
to the jack.
He is quick.
He must be just cursing some of these players and say, could you please just put the mat in the jack in
do
the same
something
position
every
21 times?
Every time. The good thing for this is that New South Wales have been a little bit more consistent thus far, so if that occurs again here, Bolivia's got a really good hit on her. Really good running shot. So with the jack short, it does open up the opportunity to really rip the head open and get it out of trouble, get it out of there a little bit easy, and say going dish to ditch and trying to do it. Yeah, 2 good bowls here from Olivia. That's really good leading. As a skipper, I'd be very happy with that. 1 on, 1 past. Done a very good job there, the young one.
Jodie's got a confident draw available to her as well. Turn her own bowl. Chance if she just misses on the inside as well.
Needs to get down her own. All but.
Played it very, very well. These 2 rinks, both with mixed results yesterday for the Queenslanders. They defeated the Van Eldyck rink at 27 shots to 15 in the morning session, before unfortunately going down 11-31 to Brianna Smith in the afternoon. So 2 big results, one in their favour, one against. And for Kay Moran's rink and the Blues, The tighter contest, 20 shot to 15 winners in the morning over Nolene Dutton before going down 12-20 to Jodie Keegan.
Good bowl. Very good bowl. Louise Cronan turning that head over. Yes, this game of bowls, it's truly unpredictable.
You don't have to be far off either, do you?
No, you don't. No, and you know, on paper, if you're a betting man, you know, Bolivia's rink, having had a really great win over Natasha's rink in the morning yesterday, you'd favour them to be more than competitive yesterday afternoon, and they come out and they get a bit of a touch-up, which happens to us all. Nothing derogative meant by that. The worst thing is you don't see these touch-ups coming either. They just sneak up on you, the little buggers, and they get you, and they do sting a bit sometimes.
And Tash doing the complete form reversal with their rink as well.
Exactly. Yeah.
After a probably not so nice morning session, came out and their rink blitzed it in the afternoon.
Very true.
Who said Jen Delves was player of the match?
Yeah, played really
yesterday
well yesterday afternoon. They all did, but Jen was a standout. As I say, Lil Vardy also for the Queensland team, I thought had a very good game.
Just missing on the wider line, and for any of our inexperienced viewers out there, might be one for you, Steve. Obviously, angles and things can change depending on where Matt and Jax are located. Were you off the bank bowler or in front of you on the green?
I was a visualisation footwork bowler, so I took a lot of notice of where my feet were positioned on the mat, used the mat. I wasn't smart enough to pick out a spot on the bank or a bowls bag or a rink post. I couldn't work that theory out.
They kept moving them on you at the back of the rink.
Well, yeah.
Someone kept moving their water bottle all there.
Well, true. Or someone had moved that was sitting there. But the other thing was I couldn't compute it if the mat length changed. So I had to come up with a system that's well used, you know, but it's certainly visualisation footwork. Pam, yeah, well done.
Down.
A couple of ends in a row now. Pam's come into her own here.
Okay, so you just aligned yourself to where you believed your body position and just stepped in that forward direction.
Yeah, your first bowl of the day is always a guess. There's no doubt about that. You have as an experienced player, you have a rough idea where you think the line will be, but you know, and from that point on, oh, look at this, Jessie Cottell, brilliant, very good shot, inch perfect. And then you would make the subtle corrections that were needed with your footwork, and you know, your shoulders got to be in line, head straight, that sort of thing, and stepping straight down that line and delivering the bowl along that line that you're aiming for. So really very meticulous, or very mechanical rather, approaching the mat in the pre-shot routine and then on the mat. All done fairly quickly.
It becomes muscle memory after a while, doesn't it?
When you're playing a lot, it certainly does, yeah.
So you're able to just line up those brown shoes on the correct line and go from there?
Yeah, no, I didn't do the Kelvin with the brown shoes, but no.
Weren't fancy enough to have a pair of brown ones.
I couldn't afford them, no. How the game's changed, hey? How wonderful is it? You know, all the colours and the coloured bowls. And
we look at those, well, that shot bowl there, Jessie Cottell, it's one of the newer range that the manufacturers have come out with now. I think branded as a camouflage or something of that nature. I've seen a few around this week.
Yep.
Looks like more of those high-end artwork where
really
you see them in the big museums, splashes of colour all over the place.
Yeah.
They're usually the ones that get sold for the most.
They do.
Ones where you can't necessarily work out what the image is.
Yep.
They seem to be the most prominent ones at auctions.
I've just got a new set called with Swirl, and I love them. They're great. They're really good. So, bit of flair, bit of colour.
Okay. So the opportunity with their own bowl just in front of Jack to lift it up once to the count, as we saw with some other ends. I'm sure this is a careful draw.
Yeah, not a mile away came Moran, I'll tell you. That's if it drops, if it can fall, it's still a very, very good bowl there.
There's an opportunity with last bowl as well. New South Wales now with 3 of the closest 4 bowls. One Queensland bowl to the left-hand side of Jack when we see from behind the green.
Olivia just trying to draw the jack here. Weight was absolutely perfect.
Second one in the area. I wonder if she might flip hands here, Steve, and just
Could turn the bowl onto the jack. Yeah, turn the bowl onto the jack. That's right. Doesn't need a lot of weight.
Under that, where that aqua sort of blue bowl there is of Bolivia's.
That's exactly what she's calling. Well done. Yep. One turn of the shot bowl. She make 4 or 5 here.
Okay, Moran can draw and add to the count. As you mentioned, Steve, the right angle can create a big multiple score here. Doesn't bend in time.
Not quite, I don't think. The weight was very good.
Just
Great
got
effort.
to the centre of the bowl rather than the
Fabulous
inside. So that good conversion from Jessie Cottell does enough for New South Wales to score a single shot here, 7-1. And for Queensland, that elastic band is getting stretched out on that masterboard. Need to be conscious to try and win some ends here together. Alan and Pam, good morning to you, watching from Nelson Bay, Port Stephens region of New South Wales. Very lovely spot, the greater Newcastle area. And Jane Bush, Queensland player, watching on her ladies on a holiday in Darwin. So great to see you covering some fantastic parts of Australia, Jane, and glad you've got the time to tune in and watch a few ends throughout your holiday as well. Peter Thornton, asking, is Louise any relation to the famous rugby league player Mick Cronan? And no would be my best guess without knowing it 100%, but I'm believing there is a different spelling there, Peter, between the footballer and the lawn bowler. Love to hear where everyone's watching on from today. Fantastic to have you on our coverage here on the Bowls New South Wales YouTube channel. Don't forget, of course, like, follow and subscribe. Have those notifications turned on. You will get alerted to any future Bowls New South Wales broadcasts, and over the next few weeks there is plenty of action coming your way. A little over 2 weeks away from men's and women's pennant finals here in New South Wales. The best winning club from Divisions 1 through 4 across all of our 16 regions, making their way to various locations around the state. There's Louise Cronan, draws in a lovely bowl with her first one here. Bowls New South Wales will be covering the women's pennant competition this year from Fig Tree Sports. And we'll pack up the gear and come back to Cabramatta that next weekend with junior action as the best of the best from under 18 bowls in Victoria, New South Wales and Queensland draw the shot as Sheridan Gollan plays a great opener. And of course, we're off to the beautiful Yamba in northern New South Wales for Grade 1 Open Pennant Finals. So plenty of action coming up over the next few weeks. So stay tuned. We also have our BIOScapes New South Wales Blues heading for some away series, starting with our para bowlers. They'll be in Queensland next week, so I'm sure the host state will be broadcasting matches from that event, as well as Victoria will be, as our teams head down to Deer Park next month to do battle for the state the senior sides and under 25 and development sides as well. As Sheridan there doubles up her good work. Two fantastic bowls here, as we've been saying, well and truly needed here for the Queensland ladies, just to stem the tide here, play a few good bowls. A long time to go in these 63 end matches, 21 ends per rink. So despite the hefty advantage for New South Wales at the moment, certainly not without possibility that Queensland can fight back into it. Of course, these ladies from Queensland took out Test match number 1. So they're certainly capable of beating this strong Blues outfit. Slight discussions with both Pam and Bolivia here. We'll look to get a positional bowl just in behind, as we've been overtaken by some of the Queensland Kookaburra mascots here alongside us. Pam just trying to get this one past on her forehand there. Just left it a little bit behind. An opportunity to working off this wing bowl here for Jessie Cottell. Just down on the head at the moment. It's the inside edge of a teammate's bowl and onto the jack. Yeah, done it perfectly. Well played, Jessie. Perfect line, perfect connection. Pam's going to come and have a look at these angles here so the ladies can discuss best opportunity about where to get into. That shot bowl of Jessie Cottell was angled up on its running edge for a moment. It has now dropped down, which has really made this shot a little bit easier for the Queenslanders. Wait until the conclusion of this end. We'll give you some scores from all the games going on around the 3 fantastic greens here at Cabra Bowls. So New South Wales skip Kate Moran on her way back to the mat, holding 1. So that last one of Pamela just staying outside the line, just trying to make some contact on the bowls at the front. And with that contact in mind, New South Wales going for some protection. I just saw the foot of Jessie Cottell right inside her screen. That's where she was asking for the bowl to be. Pretty close to jack high, but a little bit off to the side of the rink. It's a fraction deeper than what they were hoping to. But it is now deepest bowl on the green. Come into play later on. See Olivia trying to make that contact. Just the one down. Do have a few bowls just in front of the jack to be able to push through, potentially onto the jack or onto the shot bowl. So forehand, a few metres of weight. Does she bend onto their own bowls? Oh, just gave it a tickle going past. Unfortunately for her, needed more solid contact. See where Jessie's got a foot there. That's the final target position here for Kay Moran. A very similar line to her previous bowl. Take 1.5 metres of weight off her last. Let's get in that receiving position if that shot bowl is moved across to the right-hand side onto the jack. Urging this one to go as far as it possibly can. Chance for Bolivia, maybe just to reduce the speed a little here. With that last weight she played, she can only get to the very edge of Jessie Cottell's shot bowl. So we'd be hoping potentially to drop the weight off, turn that shot bowl just a couple of rolls. Olivia's been down to have a look at all the different angles. First one was able to play a bit more weight, but just tipping that bowl down changed things around. So great to see. Went down, had a discussion. Let's see if she decides to play a little bit less, and indeed she is. I think she's just trying to get 2 or 3 rolls out of this shot bowl. Needs to hold past these front ones, Steve.
Well, got a little bit of movement, just not quite the right angle. Had some very difficult heads to play to, Bolivia, hasn't she? So they're hanging in there.
That's right. In some aspects, 8-1 down is not, in the grand scheme of this particular rink, too bad. However, coupled with what's happening on the adjacent rinks, it's leading to that big masterboard advantage for the Blues. And as promised, we will give you some scores from the other fixtures in play in the men's state series. New South Wales 17 lead Queensland 16. The days there, of course, New South Wales 2-0 in front. In the over 40s, the men's component, New South Wales 16 lead Queensland 6 as the Blues look to sweep that series. And 15 all between the over 40s women's side. And of course, that is a decider as well. So best of luck to all of those ladies in play there.
Brilliant from Jodie, first up.
Very good all morning. In the men's 25s on the other grass green here at Cabra, the men's 25 17-9. New South Wales leading Queensland. Once again, that's a deciding fixture. And in the women's under 25s, New South Wales looking to sweep the series. They are 26 shots to 6 ahead of their Queensland rivals. So it was a good session yesterday afternoon for the BIOScapes New South Wales Blues as they took out all 6 matches in play. We didn't sort of forecast that, Steve, yesterday afternoon. Some of those close ones just fell in New South Wales' direction at the end.
Really close. It's certainly very spot on the money.
Now, you're about to jump out of the chair, Steve.
Well, I've got a special guest that I've come across, and that's why I was a bit longer than anticipated, because this particular person does like a chat and is always very friendly, and it was great to catch up with her. Just a bit of a preview. So coming up, we have mentioned Commonwealth Games, and this superstar of the sport recently inducted, or elevated from the Bowls Australia Sports Hall of Fame to legend status, and deservingly so. Commonwealth Games gold medalist, multiple world champion, and as wonderful a player as this person is, an even better person. And it would be remiss of us not to introduce her and get her involved here for a bit of commentary. She will be front and centre. That's a terrible way, but I'll get to who this is. Front and centre throughout the Commonwealth Games in the commentating, alongside Clive Adams for Channel 7 in the commentating for Commonwealth Games, kicking off tonight. We all commonly or affectionately call this lady Snoozy. And she's not going to get much snoozing these next couple of weeks because it's going to be night shifts through the night commentating Glasgow Commonwealth Games. The one, the only, Lindsay Clark, a passionate Queensland representative, and they're probably, with respect, missing her out there a little bit today. But I'm going to throw her on if you don't mind and let her have a chat and let her inform you what's coming up with Com Games, what's going on in the magnificent Lindsay Clark's life. She can talk herself up about her elevation to Hall of Fame status, Commonwealth Games gold medals, etc. I'll see you in a couple of hours.
So New South Wales holding the advantage here early as Lindsay gets set up. And Lindsay, I'm not sure how you can respond to that.
Lee, what about that for an intro? Like Glass, he can string a couple of words together every now and then.
No, he's talked you up, and I know you arrived here at the venue, went and had a quick look at the scoreboard, and being, as Steve said, the very passionate Queenslander you are, I'm sure you're finding this a little difficult to look at the moment.
Yeah, look, I've just got here, so I'm hoping to bring some Maroon mojo also to our commentary team here, although you guys are doing a fantastic job, obviously. Bowls New South Wales are pretty much a benchmark in everything professional. So, yeah, really excited to see this test go to a third one. The Queensland girls got off to a good start yesterday morning winning that first test, but definitely got a bit of work to do here with just 4 shots on the board at the minute.
It's funny how things can go too, Lindsay. It was about this stage yesterday morning that the Queensland ladies held a lead of about 30 shots. And they were able to push on and go through and win test match number 1. But New South Wales fought hard to come back into it. So the Queenslanders need to take some lessons out of that and know that even with this big lead, it is potentially catchable.
Yeah, exactly, Lee. I think the New South Wales team have been the benchmark in bowls for a long time. We managed to steal the Marge Maury Trophy back a couple of years ago, but they're always a really tough team to beat. And Queensland, we need to not only play well but have that team spirit going. And this is a relatively new look side for our Maroons, so it'll be good learning base for them, and obviously you wanting to win this test, but the big one at the end of the year is the Marge Morris Trophy over in Perth in October.
You may not be fully aware of the state program. Do the Queenslanders have any other interstate matches, or is this the final
This
hit
is
out?
it, yes.
Okay.
We get one a year against you guys, and it's arguably the toughest job, especially at New South Wales in New South Wales, so we always know we're up for a great battle, but that's the good thing about it. We either win or we learn from this experience, and we get to go over there and have that under our belt and hopefully build a bit more foundation as we head into the sides.
So you've done the trick so far, Lindsay, since you've
Okay,
jumped
that's
in.
a
You're
win.
holding shot at the crossover. Point.
Hopefully, yes, they just need to string a couple of ends together, get that confidence and momentum up, I think.
Haven't been too far away. The Queensland ladies here have had a lot of bowls in around that 2 feet mark. Just haven't quite been able to nail it. And the New South Wales front end especially have jumped on in, and if they have missed, Jessie has done the job. Kay has had the luxurious position of being able to play quite a lot of cover bowls.
Love that as a skip. We don't see a skip too much, Kay. Obviously missing a couple of the big guns in Dawnie Hayman and Ellen Fife over there in the UK at the minute.
And Jamie Lee, Worsnop, of course, cheering on fiancé Aaron as well. So, yeah, 3 of the ladies out. So, Kay, as I say, elevated up the skip this week. And we talk Com Games, Lindsay, as Steve mentioned, 2006 women's pairs, gold medal. And I'm not mistaken, was that against Kay?
It was, actually, a
final
couple
in
of decades
Melbourne?
ago. Yeah, we didn't know Kay all that well back then. We had played against her the year before in a pre-Com Games test match against Scotland, and got to know her pretty well through that. And then in the games, we obviously were enemies, Australia versus Scotland in the gold medal match. She played alongside Joyce Lindors, one of the greatest to come out of Scotland, and I was obviously playing with Karen Murphy, arguably the greatest to come out of Australia. So it was an awesome experience, our first Com Games, Kay and I. So yeah, it's pretty cool to see her now part of the Australian fabric in the bowl system down here in New South Wales, and she's formed a pretty great life down here.
So 1 down, not a great deal to play to here for Kay. So given the scoreboard situation, I think she's going to get too aggressive at this. Just a careful couple of metres of weight, trying to promote one of their bowls forward at the right angle.
Just caught the front one there. A bit unlucky. She was on track.
I see the Queensland ladies have doubled their score on the master board,
Oh,
Lindsay,
there we
so
go.
it's working already.
Oh, can we keep a tally? This is good for me. Well, there's a long way to go. There is a lot of ends left. If I was out there, I'd be rallying the troops. Lots of ends to go, back-to-back ends, just one shot here and there. Really does start with the up front as well, as you were saying, Lee. Get the engine room going. Just shy.
So, first end in a little while for the Queenslanders. Back to 8-2 here on our feature rink. And Lindsay, scoreboard like this, I'm sure you've been in different matches where you have trailed at times. You need to almost bluff it a bit, try and get that noise going and make the opposition think that you're right in the game, even though the scoreboard's against.
Yeah, absolutely.
Almost trick yourself into believing.
Fake it till you make it, or fake it till it happens, they do say. And there's actually some method to that madness, because you can see it happen more often than not, and it does trick your own brain as well, because you're like, actually, we're going all right here, we're right in the mix. Yeah, they need something, bit of energy out there would be really helpful. Bee's normally a pretty loud and upbeat sort of character, so just need something big to happen across the board to get that cheers happening.
And got a good attacking game on it too, which can change the momentum as well at different stages.
Yeah, absolutely. Her drive is probably one of her best weapons. Bee, very accurate. Plays a lot with the guys at Broad Beach Bulls, so sort of learnt that along the way, and she's equally got a really great draw shot as well, so you never know with Bee what she's going to come out with.
Jodie Fruend jumps on again. Very, very good opening third of the game. It's Jodie. Now, Steve did lead us in to a big intro about Com Games, and of course it all kicks off in just a few hours for our Aussie contingent. 6:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Time tonight. Our ladies pairs kick off all of our disciplines, and tell us a bit about your involvement over the next 10 or 12 days.
Yeah, look, it's so exciting, Lee. We were last night out at the Channel 7 studios here in Sydney, just doing some rehearsals and run-throughs with the team, and the office, and the excitement is such a buzz. They've got Australian bunting everywhere, big signs, Go Team Australia, and they're just so excited for this coverage coming up. So Clive and I won't be in action tonight. The day zero is today, so initially Bowls wasn't on the program.
It's probably sprung on the Channel 7 media team about that. So.
Yes, so we'll be getting the live World UK feed for that one, and then we'll start covering the Australian games from Friday night onwards. So a bit of Australian flavour throughout the commentary, and really excited to cheer. Well, actually, can we cheer? I'm not sure if it'll be neutral or not. But support.
To a point, I guess.
Support. It is an Australian coverage, the Channel 7 coverage. So, just so excited to support the Aussies. I know how much work goes into just getting to a games like that, and you just want everything to come together on the big stage. And they've got a lot of support, and I'll encourage all the Aussies to get behind them and really send the vibes, send little shout-outs on social media, and just get that energy going across the seas.
And for all our viewers out there, if you are interested, I encourage you to jump onto any of Kelsey Cottrell's social platforms. Had some great videos over the past 4 or 5 days. You know, just a bit of fun and banter around the team, and oh my goodness, the amount of uniforms the team receive. Are they going to get changed every hour to make sure they go through all those uniforms?
It's one of my, not now because I'm retired, but one of my favourite bits was the Com Games kit. Like, you open the bag and see like all these goodies, and it's just something special that you get for all that hard work to be selected in the Australian team. And it's been great to see some of Kelsey's coverage, and the fun has been happening. She's a bit of a social media icon these days, but I think once the bowl starts, we'll see a bit more of the serious side, and her focus will definitely go to winning another gold medal.
Yeah, absolutely. So I hope they've booked the extra baggage tickets for the return trip back to Australia in a couple of weeks' time. We see New South Wales here holding 3 shots and a very cluttered up front. So it might be time to clear things out, and Pam's going to give that a go. So she's full sort at the front. That's going to be a bowl outside connection.
Yeah, really tricky with those short ones on the line. Pammy takes a different line to most as well. She's one of our lefties in the side. I played a lot of early bowls with her through junior careers, and I learned very early, don't follow what she does.
It's different there. probably half a metre or so just in release points, isn't it, off the mat, the left and right-handed actions?
Yeah, they generally have, it just looks so smooth and easy, the left-handers over the years. You know, Barry Lester and Mark Casey, and it just looks so much easier than us right-handers.
Coverage here for the New South Wales ladies as Jessie getting toward the back of the rink.
B just calling a change of hand now.
See, there's a little gap there, isn't there, at the front? We can see on screen as you can at home. But even if she doesn't find that gap, I think any connection there is going to assist Bolivia for her attempt. Needs to hold on to get something here.
Just clip one out.
Importantly, her bowl did stay on toward the back of the rink. Come into play later.
It's been happening around the grounds, Lee, in terms of wins and losses for the other disciplines at the ages.
Yeah, more so on the New South Wales side at the moment. I know there has been quite a few changes for the Queenslanders leading into this particular series. We mentioned a lot in the men's coverage yesterday. They've had a few massive retirements.
Yeah.
Nathan Rice, Sean Baker, Aaron Sheriff.
Yeah.
Quite a lot of experience there. So some new players coming through, which of course then impacts all of those other age groups as well. And even as we look across your Queensland ladies rink here, there's quite a few eligible 25 age group ladies. Of course, Olivia on our feature rink, certainly in that category. Reese Finn Young, I can see there as well. And Lily Vardy, who was
One
very
juniors,
good, very good performer. And we said in the game that she featured on yesterday, I think her 18s state debut may have been at this venue 3 years ago.
Oh, wow.
And in that quick time, she's got herself all the way through, and this is not even her first series. She played in the women's side last year as well down in Davenport.
Yeah, she's a great little player, Lils. And it's great to see some of the, I mean, it's awesome to have the experience out there as we just watched Bolivia's run shot just cut under. Great to have that experience, but at some point the young ones need to be coming through and you need to be blooding them. And so it's great that the Queensland selectors have given them the nod for this series. And Lils is one of our best junior bowlers coming through. 3-time Queensland singles junior champion as well. And it's just great to get them in the mix early, learning from some of the best. She plays a lot at our club at Club Tweed under Chloe Stewart, who was meant to be a skip here. Unfortunately, a little injury there to Chloe meant she couldn't make it down. But
that's right, yeah. Wendy Wilson as well, I think, was penciled in to be skipping this week, and also unfortunately injured. So and Kelsey, Kelsey away.
The cards all fell over. But in saying that, it gives other people opportunity, and win or lose, it's going to be great foundation building for them going forward.
Likewise for some of the New South Wales players. Louise Cronan on debut this week. And of course, we mentioned a few of those ladies to come back for New South Wales from Scotland. So a few of these others out here trying to put their case forward to retain their place for future events. New South Wales head off to Victoria next month for another series.
Is everyone back on deck, back eligible and available for that series? Do we know?
Yeah, I'm led to believe the only one that's currently away, Corey Wedlock in the men's, is still I think he's holidaying post-event.
Living the dream.
Corey does. What comes through?
It's a good effort from B. Just
it might still be 3, unfortunately, for her. Just needed to get it with one of the earlier bowls, didn't they? Didn't quite do enough with those first 3 running shots that they had.
I think you find that when, I mean, New South Wales built really great head there, lots of bowls in there, and Queensland just getting a couple of edges and things not quite going their way, but really did get put under the pump from the get-go. Jodie's 2 great lead bowls still there.
Doesn't happen often, does it, as a lead?
I know. I mean, that's hard. I was a lead for about 15 years, so it was always heartbreaking.
3 to the Blues. They extend their lead here, and of course one of our great partners, Wendy Wu Tours. We're proudly involved with them, the Australia's favourite touring specialist, and their massive early bird sale and next price promise is officially live. Of course, the best seats always go first, so now's the perfect time to lock in your 2027 or 28 adventure. You can save up to $4,000 per person across every single destination. Cherry blossom, autumn leaves in Japan, visa-free China, or exploring India, Central Asia, Europe, Latin America, the Middle East, Africa and beyond. But most importantly, book early with confidence thanks to the best price promise. If your booked early bird departure is advertised on their website at a lower price, simply let them know and they will match it. Your booking is completely protected. And as a special bonus for our fantastic Bowls New South Wales audience, you can save an extra $250 per person on top of the sale price for all your tours by using the code BNSW250. So don't miss out while seats last. Scan that QR code on your screen or click the link in the description to secure your next extraordinary adventure today. Thanks, of course, to Wendy Tours for coming on board as our travel partner, and I'll have to look at something myself. $4,000 saving per person. That sounds all right.
Very nice. We actually just got back from a family holiday to Japan, 2 weeks over there. Beautiful country, and we just can't wait to go back as well, but need to save up a little bit.
Steve mustn't have given you the script. We were calling it Wendy Woo. He was calling him Wendy Woohoo with all those savings yesterday. He mustn't have given you those notes.
He missed that in all of his blurb to me beforehand.
Of course, the coverage is going to be yourself and Clive Adams. As I said, mixture for all of our audience to be able to tune in. All 4 rinks in play over in Glasgow will be broadcast. A couple with the world feed commentary, a couple without that, so you can see whatever country, whatever match you want to watch in all of those time sessions. But Lindsay, yourself and Clive Adams based here in Sydney throughout the course of the event, and of course you'll feature whenever the games makes the main TV Channel 7 coverage.
Yeah, well, we're going to actually be doing every single 7+. There's actually Bowls channels, like I don't know if it's 24/7, but I think there's a lot of games going to be on the 7+ app. So we've got some big days ahead, and yeah, there's 4 rinks. The 2 outside ones are the main sort of broadcast rinks, so there'll be lots of cameras, lots of different angles, lots of graphics, and then the 2 inside ones have more like this sort of live stream at each end, so we'll be able to get some coverage, but it won't be as bells and whistly as the main 2 outside rinks. But lots of bowls action, so for our bowls lovers, tune on in. There'll be, I think, about 10 hours of bowls a day. And we'll obviously hope to get on the main channel as well. It's the best thing about Com Games for our bowlers that don't get to have a lot of like the general public eyes on us at times, is to get on those free-to-air channels and showcase our great game to everyone that can tune into Channel 7 Sport and watch it.
I'm sure we'll get a pretty fair coverage this time around. Of course, many Australians well aware of the situation with Melbourne not hosting this time around and the change to Scotland, the reduced sporting program. So being one of the fewer sports still in the event is going to mean more mainstream coverage for our athletes. And of course, we're one of only a couple of sports that features on every day of competition as well. So of course there will be yeah, correct, day 0 as well.
Day 0.
So, of course, it's going to be, we know, a massive focus on the mainstream channels of swimming coverage. Always is at all of our major sporting competitions, probably athletics as well. But there's going to be certain sessions throughout the days when we will have feature games on the main network. And I'm sure as hopefully our players get towards medal games, they'll be covered. Every Australian wants to see a medal winner, no matter what the sport.
Absolutely.
So your schedule, Lindsay, do you know what you're doing? Are you on every Australian game?
Yes.
Is that the plan?
Yes. So I think of all the, I think Clive said to me last night, he's a stats and figures
he'll
man.
know it. He'll know.
I'm
Absolutely.
just sort of like, I'd turn up and be like, let's talk bowls, man. But yeah, he told me last night, I think we've got like 47 games to cover over the next sort of 10 days. So some days are really big, like we could potentially have 6 games to cover through the day, and some games are maybe 3 or 4. There's only one time throughout the schedule that 2 Australian rinks are sort of playing side by side, so we can cover every game except for one, which is really exciting for the athletes, their families, their supporters, their club mates, and the bowls community as well.
And unfortunately, in some ways, doing it from back at Sydney, so you will be a night owl for
good job,
the
I
next
am a
little
night
while.
early.
Oh, perfect.
Although normally it's not working.
You'll be getting to bed at 8 o'clock in the morning and back up again. I think, give or take, games from 5:30 p.m. across most days in and around 7 a.m.
Yep.
But
That's a great shot there from
Jessie
Jessie.
brings her own forward. Make a couple there for the Blues. We mentioned yesterday, so for anyone who would like to see the full schedule, Bowls Australia did a fantastic article last week that highlighted in our time zones all of the Australian fixtures, including the medal games. So jump on if you want to have a look. I can let you know 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time tonight. The very first Australian team takes the rinks, and it's the women's pairs, Dawn Heyman and Kelsey Cottell. They'll be in action first up, and the very next session, Aaron Wilson opens up in singles action. So both those teams haven't looked beyond that first round. I'm not sure if we've got Para or VI playing later on day 0 or whether they get in action on day 1.
Yeah, I think they're day 1. I could be wrong, but I think we've just got the 2 games prior to the opening ceremony for the Australian team. And it'll be really great just to see the rink. You know, we haven't had a good look at the purpose-built rink inside this stadium yet. So I've seen some pictures, a couple of video highlights. But just to see it inside a big sporting complex is epic. And I hope it goes really, really well. And, you know, who knows where Bowls could go from this if it goes really successfully.
What I love too was we're not on rinks 1, 2, 3 and 4. Are we? One of your colleagues, Ellen Faulkner, has a rink named after her as well. So they've picked out 4 distinguished players within our sport from past success and named the rinks after them. Robert Wheel, I believe, David Bryant, and City's Lena Ahmed as well.
It's such a great initiative, and I think it really pays respect to the history of our sport and some of our athletes that have achieved such major success at Commonwealth Games and for our sport in general as well. So really big honour, and we're not sure if David Bryant obviously won't be there, but if they're going to be there in attendance at all, and a bit like Roger Federer in the Wimbledon crowd, could they get there and give everyone a royal wave?
Box, yeah. Well, obviously being the event that it is, no doubt there'll be some royal family members there present as Pam tries to change something up here at the front. Done it pretty well. She hasn't made shot with that one. She's certainly cleared the path for her skip coming forward. Carmen saying it's going to be great watching and listening to yourself and Clive as well, and Peter Thornton the same. Ringside Clive back in action. So he certainly is, and as you said, Lindsay, I don't know if there's a man or woman in our sport that lives and breathes it more than Clive Adams.
Yes, I would 100% endorse that. So I caught up with him last night. He's like a kid in a candy shop, and his excitement is actually so contagious, and I'm really excited to spend the next 10 days with him. And he said to me last night, luckily neither of us are annoying, but we've never spent 10 days side by side in a little box together, so we shall see at the end.
We'll listen out for the later medal rounds in a couple of weeks' time, see how you're getting on. But the beauty of it is you'll have to do limited research.
I know.
Clive will have it all. Just ask for a photocopier in the studios at Channel 7.
Yes.
Get him to photocopy his notes for you.
I know, he's already printed me them out. He's like, here's your score sheet, here's who's playing who. And I'm like, oh, thanks, mate. No research required. I did do a little bit. I'm not the ultimate non-professional, but yeah, we do know that a lot of the players, especially in particular Australians, really, really well, and played alongside them for a good part of 2 decades. So good stories hopefully will come out alongside some good bowls as well.
Olivia a chance here, play some weight, just the left side of screen. Well, probably either hand, really. Left side probably gives her the access to those New South Wales shot bowls. Her forehand. Looks to be how she's lining up. Big one here for her team. They just need a couple of these big shots, try and change momentum in the game.
A little bit under the line there. It's always a bit tricky when you're trying to make something happen as a skip. Like they're really getting sort of outplayed a little bit at the front end, and you're just trying to push up through and not quite sure of lines. And then if she does get a chance to draw a shot, sometimes your weight's a little bit off. So it's not an easy space to be as a skipper in that situation, but still lots of ends to go.
John Green in the comments, wishing you the best of luck for the next couple of weeks.
Johnny Green.
Honest John.
Honest John.
Honest John.
haven't seen him for a while. I used to see a fair bit of him.
debut action next month. Current member of our New South Wales men's senior sides. They're off to
nice.
Victoria and Deer Park, the newly renovated greens down there.
Doesn't that look like a facility and a half?
It does, yeah. We mentioned yesterday they had all sorts of terrible luck with a severe storm coming through and things coming down around them. So hopefully things are in place now and they've got that secured for the future.
Big moment here in this match, I think, Lee.
You're backing her in, Lee?
I am. Please. I can't be biased because it's a New South Wales commentary. Get down.
Just hanging outside the line. We have evened up the commentary. We're truly one New South Wales, one Queensland. Steve's got a foot in either camp.
Yeah, true. This is true. I'd beg to say that he's probably more New South these days than he is a Queenslander. But I keep reminding him at heart, right in there, it's a maroon heart.
We did divulge yesterday that he was cheering on Queensland in the recent Rugby League
So he should, yes.
State of Origin series. So I mentioned there, yes, DJ Dilworth from Maitland will be doing some commentaries, part of the World feed. So probably able to tune in on potentially through the app on some of that coverage as well. I guess, as Lindsay mentioned, probably more of the games that don't feature the Australians. Yeah, that seems to be locked away with Lindsay and Clive. So any of those other games, and I think also from Australia, Sharon Renshaw's part of that team, as well as Barry Lester. David Corkill's part of the coverage, a staple of UK bowls coverage, and probably a few others there to get through some of the games. But we get the privilege back here in Australia for our games to listen to Clive and Lindsay for the next 10 or 11 days.
Yeah, I don't know if I should get off here and save my voice, Lee. Like, I've got a big stint ahead. I said to Clive last night, we only did an hour of rehearsal, but I'm like, I think I'm a bit scratchy. He's like, get some Strepsils, Lindsay.
Obviously format different to when you played. Well, in some ways, that gold medal winning effort in 2006, that was a sets play competition.
Was
so
sets play and
somewhat
two bowl pairs, Lee. Who played this? Two bowl pairs. Nobody played it ever again after that Commonwealth Games. It was cutthroat.
You and Karen should have asked for it to keep going.
Yeah, that's true. But it kind of is like a singles game, but with just two people in it. But yeah, so it is not foreign. The sets play isn't foreign, but definitely the 5 ends for pairs and 7 ends for singles and the 1 end tie break is definitely going to keep it exciting, I think, for the viewers. So all countries are right in the mix when it's a format like that, which I guess is part of the excitement and part of the selling point of that kind of format for this game. It's going to be short, sharp, exciting, everyone right in the mix.
Of course, so much talk about potential Olympic inclusion for Brisbane, and there's just no doubt that a format such as this is our way forward for greater mass audience and participation hopes. So we are going to get used to that at the elite level, especially in these multi-format events. I'm not sure whether Bowls World Championships will go down that path, or probably depends on, say, Olympic and what may happen there.
Yeah.
There's Sheridan.
Sheridan.
There's a good bowl.
Yeah, I think, Lee, the traditionalist in me loves the traditional side of our sport, but I also understand the need for us to adapt and change and modernise so we can sort of get on the mainstream channels. And Louise just missing slightly high, but yeah, we need to sort of pivot our sport and sell it as we can be anything to anyone, anywhere. So I know Bowls Australia, in conjunction with World Bowls, are working really hard to try and get our sport as one of these extra ones included in Brisbane 2032. And literally we can be anywhere now. Like, we've dropped a rink inside a massive stadium in Scotland. We can bring it to a bowls club that's here. We can set up in a hall. We can do anything. And we've got the people and the sort of facilities to do it.
Let the swimmers have their first week of the Olympic Games, and maybe we could lay something over the top of the pool and play a few rinks on top of a swimming pool for the second week of the Olympics or something.
We'll do anything.
Like
yeah, let's sell that.
See what you can do over the next week or so. Lindsay, you're going to have some pretty big names in and amongst you at Channel 7 headquarters.
Right.
So I'm sure they've got some influence.
My mission.
They've got some influence, no doubt, to the powers that be. Of course, all of us and all of you that are at home watching, no doubt, would love to see Bowls in the Olympics, that goes without saying, but I'm sure there are many, many sporting organisations around Australia that also have that same input, want and desire from their membership. So it will be tough. I think there's 4 sports to come in, and latest figures I heard was that there were over 40 applications to be part of that process. So let's see what we can do. And
yeah, it's tough. Like I said, Lee, we're probably one of the most genuine, inclusive sports that there is out there. Like male, female, para, open, any age, any ability. Like everyone can get in and have a go and can play equally alongside each other, which I'm not sure many sports can boast. Layer on top of that the community aspect, how many bowls clubs are out there in our country, and now I think World Bowls recently, 80 countries as well playing. So many good selling aspects for the Olympic movement, why they should get bowls in the Olympic Games, and we need people power as well. There's a Bowls for Brisbane Barracker campaign. So we see a great shot there from Jessie. We've sort of hijacked, the coverage today with some Com Game stuff, but I'll let you go in a minute. But yeah, it's just everyone get behind it, and when you're in bowls, you know how great the sport is, but we need everyone else out there to understand that as well.
I always say the best way for clubs to increase our own membership and get people playing the sport is we've all got at least one friend, neighbour, family relative, younger or older, that could come along with you. So yeah, talk someone into coming down as Pamela draws a toucher there. Beautiful shot. Queenslanders doing their best to hang in. So I think you're going to jump out in a couple of moments, Lindsay. So just a reminder, where's the best place for all the viewers to get on and watch the coverage for the next few days?
Yes, so there is a two dedicated Bowls channels on the 7+ app, so you can watch that at any time. I think it's almost a 24/7 hour stream on there, and hopefully we'll be getting some of those matches live on Channel 7 or replays later on in the day as well. But lots of Bowls actions coming at you as well. It's going to be so exciting, and really get behind these Aussies. It'd be great to see them in some medal matches and cheering them home, as we saw 4 years ago with Ellen Fife for Alan Ryan back then, Chrissy Christick and Aaron Wilson. Those gold medals were iconic, so I would love to see some more shirt-off moments for disco. Clarify.
Free to watch, free to download, so jump on board. 7+ is the app you are looking for. And as you said, just on the high side there, well, in essence, it is 24 hours and it'll be on demand as well. So if you're not able to, for work or other commitments, watch the games throughout the UK times overnight in Australia, there will be replays available, highlights packages no doubt done up on that app. So probably pays to have the TV on with the main coverage, have a device, iPad or something alongside you, or your phone with the app. You can have the best of both worlds. Yeah. I must talk to the CEO, Tim. Is he here? Can we put in some leave for the next 10 days?
Give him a quick word and say, Lee needs some time off. Paid.
Paid.
All right.
No, I can't have any time off. I'd come and see you and Clive.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Do that instead.
That'd be fun. All right, we'll watch this last end and then I'll go. We've got about 12 or 13 of our Queensland Jackaroos Academy athletes playing across these two disciplines. So the under-25s are going on, so I'm going to go cheer them on, support them, and also see some of our New South Wales Academy athletes that are also part of my Jackaroos Pathways program as well. What's happening here?
Busy time, yes, mixing up this coverage alongside your regular role with BA through those youngsters coming into the sport. Okay, trying to make contact here, just went a little wide with the first attempt. Ladies are interested here.
It's a great effort. Just didn't get a big enough piece of it to come into the head. Do I have to do a big intro to put my co-commentator back in here? Like, what is history?
Let's see what you can do, Lindsay. Good
okay.
Plan.
All right, everybody. So thanks for having me on board. It's time to upgrade to the great Stephen John Glasson, OAM. Master of the sport, super coach, super player, superhuman, Superman.
Superman.
Here he comes.
Well done. Thanks very much, Lindy, for jumping on board with us today. We look forward to hearing you for the next couple of weeks. Go well. I'm sure you'll have a blast and bring so much to the coverage through Channel 7 and all of our athletes over there. We're cheering them on. And I know you've got to be somewhat neutral, but you've got a real big Aussie push for those players over there.
Yeah, absolutely, Lee. So excited. And go Maroons here, although it's a bit of a tough gig, but go the Maroons and go the Aussies over the next couple of weeks. Thanks for having me on.
Awesome. Thanks, Lindsay, as Steve retakes the chair. We're thrilled to have that coverage, and we thank Steve for spotting Lindsay in the crowd. Well done, mate. You've got us onto a winner there. Fantastic insights for what's ahead over the next couple of weeks.
Just a genuinely wonderful person, Linz. You know, a superstar of the sport in her own right. There's no doubt about that. And transition into one of the high performance coaches in Australia now, and also doing the media side of things. So, and does it exceptionally well. And I'm sure everybody will be a lot more in tune now with how the Com Games is going to be telecast and how they can access it, which is wonderful. It's an exciting couple of weeks, and Lindsay, probably not much sleep next couple of weeks with the change in hours, but there'll be plenty of adrenaline about it, watching the Aussies and everyone else, the best players in the world, go about their business. So looking forward to myself.
Absolutely. Have you programmed in some...
Oh, no, I'll be yeah.
Programmed in some later sleep-ins, later booking times for your club meetings over the next couple of weeks?
Still sort of chair of selectors for Australia, so very much invested in their performances. So
never an easy job, that selection. Doesn't matter if you're selecting club pennant teams or right to that pathway at the Australian level.
Yeah.
Must have been fun when you heard there was even less players you could pick this time around. That must have been exciting.
Well, I'm quite fortunate because I'm non-voting chair, so my critiquing doesn't have to be anywhere near that the actual voting selectors have to do. So, and I must say they do a fabulous job. It's a thankless job, and as you say, picking 3 players in the open. If we just focus on the open for the moment, obviously we've got the para contingent as well, but to break it down to 3, there's probably 2 or 3 or 4 more sides that you could pick outside of these guys that are going that would be just as competitive. So it's cutthroat.
And as strange as it sounds, some of those nations have even gone to 2. And I'm sure at some point that discussion would have happened at Australia. Had to be at least considered.
It was considered, definitely considered. Yes, yep. We're very blessed here in Australia with a wonderful depth of talent, both current and up and coming, which is great. And we're seeing someone show here these few days as well that you know, rising stars.
Oh, just looking across the rinks here this morning, I think we've got 3 players from the last Commonwealth Games trip. Natasha Van Eldik was on that last trip 4 years ago, as was Carl Healy and Ben Twist.
Correct.
Well played there. Sheridan, Gollan.
Very good shot, yes.
Dropped in. So they've got a 2 last end. These Queensland ladies, 12-4. They're hanging tough on this rink. Things not going in their favour on the other 2 rinks. 52-14 that overall. We'll give you some scores after this end from the other matches taking place here. 25s, 40s, the state men's side as well. We'll do that in a few minutes' time.
New South Wales have definitely come out and flexed the muscle this morning, haven't they? They've really put the hammer down and are playing very, very well. Queensland haven't been far off the mark, but just a little bit more consistent, a little bit more accurate. But then it's great to see too, like we look at the Queensland side here with the 2 young ladies from Algester as an example, new to this, and they're only going to prosper from this experience and get better and better. So it's an exciting time. Good second shot. And Lindsay's good to talk to, isn't she? Like her knowledge
she's
and
a star, mate.
Yeah,
absolutely.
really
She's
good.
perfect in that media landscape to jump on board with Channel 7 throughout these next couple of weeks. I did tell her she's got the best of it too with someone like Clive on her side. I said, Lindsay, you just need to make sure there's a photocopier there. Clive will have all the notes ready.
All the stats ready. Yep.
He'll have it all there. You just ask for a photocopy of it.
So passionate about it. He does such a wonderful job. Loves it, lives and breathes it, literally. Just
super job, Clive, former Bowls Australia employee, now working in the Bowls WA office. Yeah, he'll be part of that coverage. We'll see over the next couple of weeks. Jessie trying to land this bowl.
This bowl here in the area, very close. If he can get back, just half a bowl wide. Good shot. Touch the target.
Spoke about some of the different events in the representative landscape yesterday across different formats at national level. Pam Rowe here on the mat played in the Super Sixes. Well, that was a thing. Mid-2010s.
Yes.
Try it in. So, yeah, long time at Queensland representative.
Absolutely, yeah.
On her first state title, 2010.
Wow, 16 years ago, yeah.
Triples win there.
Still a young lady now.
Champion of Champion Fours winner with the great Lindsay Clark as well.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, great mates. I think they go back a long time, Lindsay and Pam. Great speed for this again, just that bowl high, but fattens it up a little bit. Olivia really needs to get in here first and try and beat New South Wales for the punch here.
As well as this match, and you can never say never. Obviously a daunting task at the moment given the scoreboard, but given it to the decider, you'll also be going all out to attempt to make the comeback. And outside of that, positions up for grabs moving forward. You mentioned Chloe Stewart, scheduled to skip, unfortunate injury. Wendy Wilson, then scheduled to skip, injured. Kelsey Cottell, no doubt, probably in contention for a skipper's berth as well, away on Com Games. As Olivia comes in, kicks the jack. Unfortunately, it's gone to the opposition. Tried to change it up, just got the wrong angle.
And the intention was spot on there. She had to try and beat Kay to it. Kay wouldn't miss that with two bowls the way it was set up. So the intention was good, just not the bounce of the ball.
Unfortunately, you can see that on screen now, viewers, just in front of that orange bowl, Jodie Fruend and, well, Bolivia. That looks very, very awkward at the front now. That jack's been kicked back for a second.
And it happens so often when you're on the back foot and you're chasing shots and things, that it does turn out adversely for you at times. You know, once you start to force to chase.
I'm sure Kay is trying to draw around these short bowls. Doesn't want to make any disturbance at the front. As we said, very cluttered there ahead of the jack at the moment. Just trying to draw outside these. Well, does she open up any pathway?
Maybe a little
to
bit.
To a degree.
It's this is going to be this is a bit of a Sunday morning shot, really. This one here. There's nothing really.
Little fun run.
Yeah, little fun run. Throw a bit of caution to the breeze here.
Just wondering if the sort of camo bowl that sits on the other side of the orange, whether that could get promoted orange onto jack. Does that
lines up perhaps?
Connect something? A few yards, Steve. Just try and find that perfect gap back to the jack. If you connect something along the way, hopefully the angles work out for you.
At this stage of the game, I would be definitely trying that. A couple of metres of weight. That's the plan. Let's see how it comes out.
Not far away from this.
Needs to bend.
Does it get down to that connection?
Oh, just a bowl high. Just a bowl high. That was all. It was a very good attempt.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate result with the first. Sometimes you can give a shot away, but to give it away and put it into the position that it landed made things incredibly hard with the second.
If she pulls the jack in the middle, if she had got it in the middle, it's major success. She halved it and it went a little bit pear-shaped on her, unfortunately, but she definitely played the right shot. Just the outcome wasn't the desired result they were chasing, unfortunately.
We're not going to play every bowl inch perfect, are we? Just put as many bowls as you can in that area and hope the angles are on your side. Okay, once again, just trying to first gently draw into this. Got a couple to promote. New South Wales bowls. quite enough. So just the one shot there to New South Wales. We better get you those scores from around the greens as promised. We're going to start with our 25s series at the moment. And in the men's series, the decider, Queensland now in front, 22-19. Just over the halfway point in that game. And the New South Wales women, they're in front, 2-0 and lead the third test 29-19. So all to play for, especially in that 25 men's fixture. New South, of course, with another series to come in the 25s in Victoria next month. So some of those players trying to maintain positions, no doubt there. Men's 40s, New South Wales 28-13 ahead of Queensland and also 2-0 up in that series. And in the other decider, 40s women's, New South Wales 27-21.
Good game.
Ahead, so very, very close there as we turn back to see an orange bowl right in front of the jack there from Jodie.
She's played well, actually.
And finally in the men's open series, 2-0 in favour of New South Wales. But very close this morning, 31 New South Wales, 28 Queensland. Just past the halfway mark there as well.
Great leading, both girls. Really, really good. Jodie with this one. We'll be just trying to, in the perfect world, just get past the head here. Your front toucher, ideally, anywhere between the jack and the ditch here. And she's done it perfectly. Yeah, that's really good leading. Textbook stuff.
Yes, well done. Paul Vardy, welcome to you. And good morning, class. Sheridan's just been named in the Algessa All-Stars squad.
Beautiful.
Premier League Queensland, not too far away from kicking off. What a name, the All-Stars.
Sounds good, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And saying Pam recently married, so Pam Rowe to become Pam Cuzner.
Pam Cuzner, excellent. Hearties, congrats to all concerned. That's very good.
I'm sure the team at Bowls Queensland will get that updated for her on BowlsLink. We've just grabbed the data from there. Marriage certificate probably in the mail on the way to the BQ headquarters to get that changed over.
Paul, you'd be proud of Lil yesterday. Lil Vardy had a very good game leading up for a Queensland rink.
She's rolling the jack on the next door rink as well too, Steve. So another end one.
Yep.
For Nolene Drink, yeah, she was superb yesterday. Great to see. Paul Vardy, the 2013 Queensland Men's Fours Champion.
There you go.
Rowan Wilson, Stephen Bell, Paul Vardy and Des Can Jr.
Pretty solid rink, that one.
Rowan, of course, 2 New South Wales state titles just a couple of weeks ago, singles and pairs champion.
Well, you'd nearly say 2 singles because he played with Michael Wilkes in the pairs, so you'd nearly say he's won 2 state singles titles, to be honest. Marvellous effort. I hope you're listening, Michael Wilkes, by the way. Just caught the front one, unfortunately.
He rode Ron Wilson more than any other. He was emotionally drained. I think Wilkes hit the end of that singles. He sat ringside for every single match.
Riding every bowl, and it was an absolute down to the last bowl, 25-24 victory.
Had the role of coach and hydration officer.
Right.
Dual position.
Yep. Was he hydrating the players or himself?
No, I think more so himself than Rowan.
Yeah. Very good shot.
Yeah, Jessie.
That's a really good shot.
Just
tidied it up nicely.
3 of the closest 4, at least a couple there to the Blues.
Importantly, the role of the lead. So again, I emphasise it all the time, but Jodie up front has put one ride on it, and she's intentionally made sure she's gotten past with a second, which is perfect. And you see now the position of a back bowl is right in the mix here. It's so good. So any new or budding leads out there, that's the way to do it.
You might hear a skip say missing good areas.
Yes, yeah.
And that's what you're alluding to, Steve.
Very much so. Well,
generally wide than narrow, depending on the situation, or
Yep.
longer than short. Every situation is going to vary somewhat differently, whether you're up or down.
And it's forward thinking as well. It's thinking about what potentially is going to happen later in the end. What's best for my team? Where if I don't get the exact target that I'm looking for, where am I going to finish in? What general area am I going to finish in? It's really important. How often do we see a lead draw a front toucher with their first one and then maybe relax or switch off?
Or don't want to disturb their own work.
Correct. And drop, 4 or 5 feet short of the second one, which is just, it's a waste.
Out of the game.
And it's just it's a brain explosion, really. We're all guilty of it, so. Look at Jess again here. This is two absolute well, that's brilliant. Hats off.
Just
Jessie
kick the
Cottell.
jack out ever so slightly as you see viewers there on screen. So now available to left-handed forehand, jack in the ditch. They need one of these big shots.
Has she gone backhand here? It must be a preferred, could be a preferred running hand. Chances off this front one. Well, she's got a bit of a
Kicks
jag
the jack,
there.
and there's New South Wales everywhere. Louise Cronan's bowl out to the side. Just the one of the Blues, but some available room there for the skip. I don't want to trouble you with trivia time again. We spoke about Rowan Wilson.
Okay.
The two-time champion, recent state championships, singles and pairs here in New South Wales. Now, that hasn't been done since 1990.
Right. Ooh.
So, a little bit before your New South Wales time. So, for you, Steve, and all our viewers who may want to have a guess in the comments, let us know. We might give you a couple of ends. Can you recall that player? 1990. On the men's, this is on the men's side of the equation, men's singles and pairs, state championships in the same year. Okay, leaves that one a little on the shorter side. This wider part of the rink can be a little bit different on the unplayed area.
That's a really good question. And I'm stumped. I'm going to think about it for a while.
At least with your knowledge of players, and that would have been as you're making your mark in Queensland Bowls. I'm sure you would have played against this gentleman at different stages, no doubt in interstate series, I'm sure. I haven't got the records in front of me, but I'm guessing if you've won both those events in New South Wales, it's not a regular household name. It's not one of the heavy hitters.
Okay. And would this person have won more than one state singles or not?
Okay.
Off the top of your head?
Off the top of my head, I'm not sure.
Good here, Kate. Very good shot. That'll be enough to count. And in a very sticky little spot there for Bolivia. She's now got to negate that as well.
Just the one state singles title. They were his only two New South Wales state titles. Few runner-up results, but only two state titles. Won them both in the same season. What's Bolivia up to here, Steve? Down on the head.
Looks very awkward to play anything but a draw shot. She's lining up for something here that we can't see.
Just moving the mat 6 or 8 feet off to the side.
Well, why not?
So you get a better angle.
Why not, if you can do it?
Straighten it up. Obviously, must like that. Maybe similar to yourself, Steve, with that feet position on the mat. Means it's squared up on the centre line.
Very important. She's playing weight. I think she's going almost bare jack, or both bowls perhaps here. Oh, nearly got a result.
Slips a gap.
Might have got second shot out of that. Maybe. Gonna have a look at the second one now. she's just can't emphasise enough. She's had difficult heads to play to, Bolivia, throughout this match, as far as conversions and things are concerned.
Yeah, if you're in the future, Bolivia, watching the replay of this and looking on, we feel your pain today.
Remains at 2.
2 was a signal, wasn't it? I didn't catch the call from the
I'm pretty
players.
sure it's 2.
Just updating on the device and the live. So it looks like only 1 based on the live scoreboard at the venue. 14-4 there for New South Wales there at the moment. Of course, our new naming partner for the New South Wales Blues is BIOScapes, and every great green starts with what you can't see. BIOScapes Group has been building synthetic bowling greens since 2007. They're an award-winning Australian family-owned company with a highly skilled in-house team, not just subcontractors. Proudly local and genuinely innovative. True specialty of BIOScapes is their base, the hidden foundation on any green that gives it its longevity. You get the foundation wrong and, like a house, everything above it will fail. BIOScapes, the experts beneath the surface.
Outstanding leading again here from both the Queensland and New South Wales leads. High quality stuff, really good to see.
So just a reminder, all those viewers out there watching on, if you'd like to have a guess at our current trivia question, the most recent person before Rowe and Wilson a few weeks ago to claim the men's singles and pairs state titles in the same season. I reference state championships for this because, of course, Lee Schreiner did the double in the Champion of Champions events that were held here at this venue 3 years ago.
Jay Bye.
Jay Bye, yes, of course,
this year.
just recently.
This year, Jay Bye, yeah. Jay Bye Norris.
How time goes by, isn't he? A few weeks ago, as the Bluey mascot comes to join us on the table.
Smiling too.
He's smiling too at 59.17. Why wouldn't you be smiling? I see the New South Wales ladies manager Pam Hawkins alongside, and she's got the difficult task to find one of these 12 ladies to be the BIOScapes player of the series.
Yeah.
She does have a pen and notepad there handy, Steve. So
That's just to make it look busy, that's all. Make it look important.
if you get one of these multicolour pens, I think, as a selector,
Yeah.
work out whether you go to the red or one of the other
I must
colours.
say I used to, or do have them, yes.
And Bartley, thanks for tuning in. The players using their devices purely for the aspect of scoring. So that's coming in at national level for all of the national competitions that these players will be attending in Perth later on in the year. So the players utilising that scoring function via BowlsLink to be able to input scores at the conclusion of every end. And of course that gives you the opportunity at home, if you want to see what's happening in one of the rinks that we're not covering here this morning, you can get end-by-end results as we did at our recent state championships.
It's really good. I jumped on yesterday morning before I came here, just looking at the live updates of the scores and everything. It was fantastic.
It's a different process, of course. Many of these players, even who are younger than our average membership age, are getting used to the process. So it is certainly a change in the way that the scoring function is compiled. So having that ability to do end-by-end scoring. For those that aren't fully aware, you do need 2 corresponding scores for the match to tick over to the next end. So the old adage, Steve, of a good scorer beats a good player, no longer.
Well, you need to communicate with your opposition second, that's for sure. Yeah.
So, yeah, the app won't register until both teams have recorded the same result, and if there is a variance in what has been entered, both players will get an error message on screen alerting them to that fact. He just needs to turn back through this.
Oh, gee, good shot.
Gets it right.
Very good shot, Pammy Rowe.
Pam Cuzner. Should we go with the new name while we can remember?
Remembering is the thing. That is the key ingredient, is me remembering. Very good shot, all the same.
Got the perfect connection. Jessie be trying to play some kind of weight herself here. Opportunity to set that bowl or trail the jack back to the New South Wales bowls. On the high side with that one.
It's just a draw now, just a dead draw really. Not a many miles away at all. Just overplayed the weight marginally, that's all. Handy home. Have you had any responses about your trivia questions?
There's been a few and a couple of correct guesses to this point in time.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
well done
That's
to
very
some
good.
acute listeners.
That's very good. I hope they're not Googling the Bowls New South Wales on a list.
Potentially, as we have done here.
Yeah. Well, I haven't.
To be fair, no, you haven't
No,
been privy
no.
to my research. Have
No.
you come up with any possible names? I
Oh,
know I've
look.
probably made it hard. It is, as I said, it's not a big household name.
I've got a couple, but I don't know whether I'm even in the ballpark or not.
Okay, we might, when things kick off next end, Steve, we might see if your guesses are nearby. Okay, Moran, start trying to draw this shot.
She's very close. Look at this for a shot. This is brilliant. Unreal. K. Moran. That's perfect.
Why play weight when you can just do that? Right to the top of the jack.
It's always in the area from the moment it left a hand.
Marking that one down on our list here for the hot shots for the team to
absolutely.
bring up later in the day. Big congrats to Kira, New South Wales team. Did a fantastic job getting results online yesterday. All the fantastic graphics as well.
Close here as well, Bolivia. Just needs to turn a fraction. Oh, is she going to drop that down? No, not quite.
It was close, wasn't it? I
was
wonder what
very
would have
close.
happened if
Yeah, it would have been interesting.
it lays down flat.
Would have been very interesting.
If you were a cheeky 30, you'd say to Kate, beat you last.
Same. Same, but I don't think that will be the case.
Any disturbance on that bowler
Yeah.
K is probably not in their favour.
Just got to find an area where she can try and position this bowl as best to help secure the end, I think. A little bit of insurance, a little bit of cover.
Looks like the jack's not going to move out of there far, is it? There's so many bowls around it.
Good discussion between the two. They've obviously come to an agreement. Ultimately, it's the skip's decision as the captain, but it's always very good to have external input as well from your teammates. Two heads are better than one, the old saying.
Just trying to see where she lining up here. Looks like her forehand, once again, same hand as her first bowl.
Don't think she'll be trying to draw a shot though. I think she's just trying to get a little bit of position Just outside beyond the head.
Oh, I think it's the
Well,
it's
hang
the
on,
opposite.
she's playing the block. She's playing the block, the sneaky blocker, the dirty sneaky blocker. Well, don't know if she's convinced she's done enough with that. I think it's just a little bit too wide. I sit on the fence a little bit with blockers sometimes, especially here in Australia with our faster greens that turn a bit. And they're a very hard shot to play.
Especially given that if she played it to the perfect spot, there was an option for Bolivia on the other side. So she catches this short one hard enough. Not quite.
The weight was pretty good, but not to be. Another one. A very good bowl from Moran.
Well, a truly deserved shot. So, Steve, the time's come. We can't delay it any longer. Give us a couple of guesses to...
I'm going to pluck one out. I'm going to say George Dawes.
No, it's not George Dawes.
Okay.
However, if you can cast your mind back, it's a name that very well rhymes with Dawes.
Oh, Peter Hawes.
It was.
Peter Hawes. How's that?
Peter Hawes from St Ives.
There you go. There you go.
You're extremely close in some respects.
Well, yeah, it's like playing bowls, isn't it? You miss by an inch or you miss by a mile. It doesn't matter, does it? Peter Hawes, yeah, look at that. I'll tell you what, very impressive display this morning from Jodie on the mat.
Peter Hawes, cap number 789 for New South Wales.
Yeah, Peter Hawes, there you go.
That'll be your own trivia question. Do you know what cap number you are?
I was preempting this question now that you said that. And I know that sounds terrible. Off the top of my head, I do not.
Well played, ladies. These two have played
they've actually
a really good last hour, especially.
They've done really, really well. Can you tell me?
I can, yeah. Not aware?
I should know. I should know.
Well, you did say it wasn't as forthright and known at different stages when you first started. Number 887.
887. Very good.
For the Blues.
Thanks.
Nearly a Chinese delight. You're only the 888.
Yeah, nearly. Oh.
Well, she played two good bowls straight away. She said sorry to a skip.
Well, I like that though, because she doesn't need to say sorry. She's played two good shots, but she's identified the fact that a second bowl in the perfect bowl would have been positioned past the head.
As it was,
so two really good shots.
Direction a couple of ends ago.
Yep. So she's Jodie's obviously very switched on to the tactics of this, you know, perfection leading. I'll take my hat off to her for that.
On to a few of our astute listeners in the comment section. John Green there, although he did admit a couple of comments later that he looked it up recently. A couple of weeks ago, he said he looked that particular setup. Craig Gardner as well, so well done for those players for picking that out.
I doubt if Greenie would have known. Anything Greenie knows, it comes from Rona. So Rona probably knew.
Sheridan Gollan, well, not shot, but has certainly made the options there for her next attempt. New South Wales keen to get one beyond here.
They've definitely just been that bit tighter, haven't they, New South Wales? That bit more... What's the word I'm looking for, Lee? Help me, you're good with this, but just more compact or...
Yeah, they've had the first bowl on most ends within a few inches, haven't they? Whether it's the very first bowl at the end or midway through the end, they've been the one to get in to have first position and dictate terms from then on in. And it's left the Queenslanders just searching to play a couple of feet of weight here and there and not having that freedom just to draw to the centre of the rink. They're just trying to search for little connections all the time, and it's not an easy game to get perfect at.
See Lil Vardy on the next rink, if Paul's still watching, just nailed Jack with 2 bowls, so good series, good on her.
Tomo just asking, what is the New South Wales third? Stand at the skip. stand with the skip, beg your pardon, when the lead and seconds are playing. I assume that's just something they've discussed within their particular rink dynamic.
Yeah,
we saw yesterday Ian Johns playing third for Natasha, stayed at the mad end of the green.
Yeah, they didn't do it as much yesterday, but it's obviously been part of their team talk. But it does help the third have a better understanding of the lie of the head when you're up there, when you can actually see it rather than being 35, 40 metres away. Looking at the angles, gives you a skip a little bit of support in the shot selections as well. So you quite often find if you're on the back foot, psychologically speaking, if you're on the back foot scoreboard-wise as a skip, or you're not having the best game yourself, it can also deplete your confidence in calling the shots. And sometimes you don't call as well because you're, as you just said before, you're searching for these little different shots to play to get out of trouble. So it is good to have, you know, a well-versed, experienced third up at the head to communicate with and to verify your calls, I suppose, and to support those calls. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Absolutely. As Pam just trying to make minimal contact, a couple of bowls wide of the target. Yeah, as we say, every rink going to do things differently. The very first game we covered yesterday morning, Nick Carl playing third for Carl Healy, two clubmates here at Cabramatta. After returning to the mad end as skip, I think Carl returned back up the green once.
Okay.
Once at most in 21 ends. He had
Yep.
full confidence in Nick.
Yes.
To talk from, as you say, 30, 35 metres away.
Yep.
Communicate with each other and backed Carl in to play the shot that he was asked to do. So, yeah, every player, every team has that dynamic that they work on. And yeah, for these New South Wales ladies, they've obviously chosen that.
If you look at the head here as an example, it's a very tight head. And if you're looking at from the mat end, I'm sure it looks different from the angle that we're looking at here or where the skips are standing. So, and it'll be a lot more confusing from the mat end. There's no doubt about that. So,
and as we know too, Steve, it can dictate the hands you play, the weight you play, the
Absolutely.
determining angle that you're trying to get to, whether that bowl, nearest bowl, is it half a bowl in front, is it jack high, or is it half a bowl behind? That variation of 4 or 5 inches can make a huge difference into what you're trying to play.
absolutely it can. Huge difference.
So, Moran holding 2. Delicate attempt down here on her forehand. I'm sure she'd love to finish 2 to 3 feet past.
Done it well. Yeah, it's a good home. A game of chess, isn't it? It's not always about getting right on the jack. It's about structuring the head to give yourself the best chance to win it at the end of the end.
Front one onto the shot bowl, maybe.
Yeah,
well, there's some jack movement.
Yeah, very good shot, Bolivia.
Kicks it back.
Certainly in the area.
Wide bowl of Pam Kusner. Now the shot, and they also have a couple others in amongst it. Jessie Cottell indicating that it's 3 in favour of Queensland.
That's a really good conversion from Bolivia. And we'll see attacking here. Lots to run into. No real option to draw the shot. Yeah, I'll be losing my bowl, I think.
Yeah, it'll work something through those orange bowls of Jodie Fruend.
And they're going to take a bit of moving because they're pretty much locked together. So I think the more weight you can play here, the better, really. Solid.
Do you hold on to the orange ones,
Oh,
Kay? Well,
she's
do
gonna
you
have to
get bowl
buy-
onto bowl as
buy a
well?
result here.
Well, certainly move forward up into third shot, but
Yeah.
still a couple there for Queensland. Olivia comes down to assess the situation. I like this as well. Like it's, you know, it's a huge task from here. You look at that main master scoreboard, but not just trying to rush through the ends and get off the green, just looking for every opportunity to score. Let's try and get as many as we can.
I admire Bolivia's patience here, her demeanour and her calmness under the situation. So So really, whilst we talk about the master board, and that is the critical board to watch, when you're in a position like this where each rink is behind, I think then you've got to zero in on your own rink scoreboard and try and pull that back as much as you can and see what happens with the other. You can't control the other two rinks. So for Bolivia, I'm thinking she's thinking, well, you know, we're still in our own individual game here. We're 11 behind with 7 to play. We've got a couple here.
Just trying to see any possible options. Obviously the 2 orange New South Wales bowls, whilst could be worth a few shots, pretty hard to remove without disturbing things against you. So I think they had a quick look, checked whether that was possible to remove both bowls, and determined that the best option is out on this draw. Draw another counter.
Pam was giving Bolivia a guide then, standing jack high, trying to give her a guide as to where would count. Just a yard quick, but okay, so a couple there. Good conversion from Bolivia.
$15 shots to 6 here in our feature rink. 6 ends left to play. It's very close across the green. State Men's Series, New South Wales 38 shots to 37 in front of Queensland. New South Wales, of course, have wrapped up the Men's Series, but I'm sure the Queenslanders don't want to get on the flight this afternoon, being beaten 3-0.
No, definitely not. Save a bit of face. They're the rink of Natasha versus Julie, 2 rinks over there, racing through their ends. They've now played 17 ends and well through their ratings, so they are flying through their game.
We flagged that right off the top, didn't we, as the one that Queensland needed to try and dominate. That rink of Julie Keegan's won a couple of rinks yesterday, so needed to get that win, but Natasha's crew have done the work. 25-8.
Yep, classy performance.
Julie, of course, a fantastic player, as we mentioned yesterday, former Australian representative, and many, many years at the top of the game, and many more for Queensland as well.
Still at the top, yeah. Jodie might just be a touch quick here. A very good game all the same.
Yeah, he's played well. Peter Leon saying hello to you, Steve.
Peter Leon. Got us thrown out a Holdfast Bay Bowling Club a long time ago. We were lucky enough to win an Australian fours, and we started the celebrations, and Peter was up dancing on a table, and Holdfast politely said maybe it's time to move on, which I totally respect. So thanks for that, Pete.
He heard that you mentioned the name George Dawes there earlier in our last trivia question, saying that he and John Taylor played against George in an Australian pairs final.
Okay.
Thanks, Peter, for jumping on, and obviously the ultimate partier. Peter Leon, what the sounds of that?
He was a tram conductor, and the stories
Tickets,
he has
please.
to share, yeah, the stories. Oh my goodness! And I think he did a lot of the entertaining. Very funny, for great player, Pete, too, but very funny man. A roost here, yep. Using what's available to her to use.
A few sitting in and around there for Queensland. No room still for the Blues, but Queensland holding the advantage. Midway through N16, but Louise Cronan.
Yeah, all over it. Brilliant. Perfection.
Front toucher. I mentioned this is her debut series. A great moment here earlier in the week as she was presented cap number 246 by Natasha Van Eldik. Natasha, obviously a very senior member an experienced player of this team, and it's great that those senior players do present the caps. And nice moment, Steve, to see Louise very emotional in receiving that cap. So obviously means quite a lot to her and the journey she's taken to get to this point.
Oh, it's something you never forget, that cap presentation, really. It's a very special moment. We all aspire to play for the highest level we can play, and to play for your state is truly commendable. There's no doubt about that, and a lot of hard work and time and effort and support goes into that, and to recognise it, it's a joy. So congratulations to Louise. I'm glad she was a little bit emotional about it and really enjoyed it. It's fabulous and great attached to do it. Jessie Cottell, she's had a good morning out too.
Yeah, absolutely. Started the game superbly. The first 5 or 6 bowls were probably a combined distance of about half a metre, if not less. All those put together, she was right in the zone to kick things off for the Blues. A few great cap presentations on the men's side of things we saw earlier on too. Not sure of the exact lineup of who presented who, but we had 4 men's debutants. I know Carl certainly presented one. Carl Healy, Lee Schroner, Ben Twist. I'm trying to think who the 4th one was. It's just escaped me at the moment, but those senior players presenting to our men's state debutants as well, and all had a nice few words to say about them.
Jessie very good again here. That's great.
This is our last feature match for today, so just a 3-test series. New South Wales, Queensland, so always going to be the odd number, so to get that result one way or the other. So 3 tests, of course being the decider, we decided to come across and feature the women's game here this morning in test number 3, and it has been the BIOScapes New South Wales Blues who have...
Olivia's close here, wants the jack, gets the jack. Now what happens to it?
Made shot, anyway.
Got it out in the open, as you say, made shot.
Couple down.
You back K in, it's a commentator's curse here, but you back K in to draw this. So hopefully not the kiss of death. She's played well as well, Kay, had a very good game. I think pound for pound, just the New South Wales 4 across the board have just been a bit more solid, and the scoreboard obviously supports that, but
they've shaded their individual opponent, haven't they? All 4 ladies.
It's really started from up front, and nothing derogative against the Queensland girls. They've had a mighty fair dinkum crack and have been very good as well, but just New South Wales, just a degree of accuracy better today, and it's on the day. Pretty good here, Kay. Like shelling peas, look at this. Easy.
Yeah, you called that one with confidence. Yeah, if you think about the archery board, New South Wales had a lot in the 10 section.
Yeah,
Queensland a few in the 8s and the 9s.
Yep.
They've been
that's
close, but New South Wales just been right on the target.
That's a very good way of putting it. Needs to hold and run a fraction.
Archery trivia as well for you, Steve. Australian man won a gold medal here in Sydney 2000 Olympics.
And I know this, but I don't know it. You know what I mean?
Sports trivia night.
Oh.
Okay, Moran.
Just needs to stop now. Yep. Not do enough here. Well played.
Well enough. Good first one from Olivia to kick the jack out the side.
Very
Kay
good.
got the better of the draw game to make a couple. So you're hearing the great mind of Steve Glasson going into the archives.
Here it going clunk, clunk, clunk. That my old brain. I do. As soon as you say it, I'm going to kick myself.
Sydney 2000 men's gold medal. Simon Fairweather.
Simon Fairweather
Defeated Vic Wonderly from the USA.
Simon's wife, Jackie Fairweather, a great athlete in her own right. Triathlete from memory. had a little bit to do with her. It's one part of my career, and she was fantastic.
Didn't know you were high up in the triathlon
No,
circuit,
no,
Steve.
no.
What was
Well,
your
there's
best leg? With the swim, the bike, the run?
It was the water. It was the water. Yep. And I don't mean swimming. Good again from Jodie. No, just through interactions between sports and stuff, between bowls and other sports. And Jackie was doing a bit of consultation work with Bowls Australia, and charming lady. Highly successful. Struck some health issues though, regrettably.
Both leads right in the area once again here. Jodie's been good all the time, but first class coming in this direction back towards the road, and 2 good bowls once again. So for Olivia Rothwell,
Okay, I'm going to put the heat on you for a change here. Just a little bit of
I'm
heat
sure
on
that's
you.
not in our brief.
Yeah, no, I'm sure in the fine print. In the fine print. So yesterday you made me pick the VIP, the BOG, the MVP of the match. So I'm going to give you the same opportunity for this morning to pick yours, and maybe one from each team on the live stream ring, one from New South Wales and one from Queensland. And I think we agreed.
Have I got the 21 ends?
Well,
like I gave you yesterday?
Right. Did you give me 21 ends yesterday? I don't know. I thought you said it on N3, but anyway, no. It's a good bowl for a second there.
Okay, so it's at this point.
To this point.
Racking my mind back end by end throughout what we've seen to this stage of the game. So despite her team on the
great shot,
wrong side of the scoreboard, well played, Sheridan, Gollan. I give the nod for the Queenslanders to Olivia Rothwell.
Okay, yeah.
At this point, even though I think position on position she has been defeated by Jodie, I still think she has had the more consistent game, and it's probably been led by the skill of New South Wales front to back, that her teammates haven't had that clean opportunity to play consistent shots. They've been chasing the game here on in. So
yes,
Olivia's probably had the best opportunity and done a pretty good job in that. I'm split in two at the moment with the New South Wales ladies.
Yep.
So I need to...
Two very good bowls, well played.
The other.
Very good, Olivia.
So
Sheridan, rather, sorry.
Case in 2 for New South Wales. Between Jessie, Cottell and Jodie Fruend for me. And I think just the way the dynamic of the game has gone, I'm going to just edge Jodie in front in just terms of the way things have set up. And Jessie has played an amazing number of quality bowls, but has generally done so on the front foot. And Jodie has often been first one onto the jacks. I'm going to just nudge her in front purely on that only. As Jessie may have heard me say that and said,
very good shot.
I'll give this to you, Lee Stinson.
Very good controlled runner there. Was always in the area. Probably a little bit stiff with that result, actually. If she gets it straight through into the ditch, it would have been better. It's still very good.
Tough pick. Jessie's been amazing in this game. I suppose both ladies have been on the front foot in a way. Even Jodie first up, her own length with a scoreboard advantage.
Yes. No, it's hard to argue with your...
Who'd want to be Pam Hawkins and pick the player of the series medal?
That's it. Good luck with that.
Underappreciated, the front end players.
Yeah, they can be
too, so it's nice to give them a bit of love
absolutely,
where possible. As
very good shot, Pam.
Kuznart comes in.
No, I totally agree. They are the engine room. It all starts with them.
Especially when you consider things like the player of the series or a 3-2-1 voting method or something like that in these side formats where there's multiple rinks going on at once.
Yep.
as a viewer on the sideline, you can easily just turn to rinks as the last few bowls are playing to see what the outcome is and see the big conversion shots played.
Yes, and miss a lot of the detail.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. Once again, chances. No, that's all good. If you're in that area all the time, you're going to be having a very good game.
I'll get some other scores from across the greens for you at the conclusion of this end. Keep you all up to date with what's happening. As we said at the conclusion of yesterday's play, New South Wales had wrapped up 3 of the 6 series taking place here at Cabra Bowls. That left 3 series locked at 1 apiece. So there will be bowls being played on the other greens around us, Steve, that are determining a winner across a number of those events.
Probably more important for Queensland to try and secure a couple of those series because they have lost a couple already, haven't they? So the last thing they want to do is getting on that plane this afternoon with an overall whitewash.
Yeah, no silverware to take back.
No.
So Moran hasn't had to play too many of these firm, aggressive shots.
She's liking what they're seeing. Chances here off this. Oh, she's unlucky, really. Had all the backward waiting for her. Just needed some connection on that. Missed it by the barest of margins. Yeah, got to draw a shot, chasing the scoreboard.
Another thing that Bolivia did mention is that Queensland have got a few around the place. New South Wales with a couple of bowls there. Might be trying to sit one of the New South Wales nearer bowls a roll or two and just
see if it
make Kay think about a wait for the last one.
Yeah. Close to doing this. Oh, it would have been perfect to get that into the ditch. Yeah. She's having a dry smile too. That was exactly what she was trying to do.
Those 2 New South Wales bowls that are locked together there, the orange next to the blue and white. Kay just needs to be conscious she doesn't remove one or both of those. So she may back the pace off a little. Just trying to get a few rolls out of this shot bowl now. Moran, do you turn back?
Close to her own.
Does she get one of them out?
Oh. She's actually tied it up a little
it's
bit.
It's not going the way of Queensland, is it?
No, it's not. No, she's made this.
Bolivia there, you see on screen, halfway down, coming to look at that.
Yep.
Why couldn't you be an inch narrower, Kay, and chip that one out?
Yep. Can we get a shot of it from the camera behind the head there? Yeah.
Just off screen.
It's just off screen. That's okay. No, that's all good.
We'll get it from the side here.
B might still. She might still try and play this, but she understanding that if she's an inch tight, she could be surrendering more shots. But they really have to go for it, I think.
Well, I'm going to guess that given the way that Kay got to that bowl and the look on the Queensland ladies' faces, that orange one is not very accessible at the moment. Maybe just a delicate roll it once or twice. Might bring the shorter, at least one of those shorter ones into the count.
Oh, she's changing. She's actually just going to try and draw a shot, I think.
Maybe it's not visible there at all. So promote their own forward down on this forehand side of the green.
All Queensland coming in. Good try. Gave it a good, solid, positive chance.
So one there to Queensland. 17 shots to 7 now on our feature rink. And they're going to go back to this mat back and short jack method here for the next end. So utilising those tactics they employed earlier on. The other matches taking place, New South Wales in the men's series. They lead Queensland 40 shots to 39. Only 13 ends left to play there, so well and truly up for grabs is test match number 3 for the men. Move across to the over 40s. Firstly, in the women's series, 1 test all overnight. Over 40s women, and it is Queensland in the lead, 35 shots to 33 with 6 ends remaining. Over 40s men is in the favour of New South Wales, 2 tests to 0, and this morning 35 shots to 20. And moving across to the third green, our under 25s competition in the under 25 women's. Overnight, New South Wales leading 2 tests to 0, and they're on their way to a clean sweep, 41-26. New South Wales lead there with just 3 ends remaining. And in the men's under 25 series, the decider, 1 test all, 7 ends left to play in that game. New South Wales 31, Queensland 30. So well and truly up for grabs. Of course, all of those match boards and rink scorecards available on the Bowls Link results portal. So jump on if you want to catch those results filtering through. Of course, we'll keep you updated through to the conclusion of our coverage this morning. And those final results will appear through the Bowls New South Wales social pages at the conclusion of our series today. Big thanks to all of the Queensland players, staff and officials that have made the trip down to Sydney this week. Similar to New South Wales, they're sporting a new kit and looks fantastic for them. So I'm sure they are proud to be in their new Queensland attire for the first time. Big team effort, lots of side managers, staff members down here as well, amongst all these players, as Louise Cronan jumps in for the shot. Steve Glasson joins me once again, and Steve, it was Olivia Rothwell who had the advantage here, going back to their earlier tactic of Matt back and short, but Louise Cronan has secured the shot at the halfway point here.
This game may not go the distance, to be fair. It'll be interesting to see what they do. Dominant performance by New South Wales, has to be said. But we all know Queensland will be back. Never fear.
Yeah, absolutely. Even Serena Bennell saying in the comments how good the new Queensland gear looks. And I'm sure Serena at some point later in this season, you'll get the chance to get that on.
Our own strip, yep. All the best up in Glasgow, Serena.
My word,
We'll
big
be,
chance.
Cheering for you and the cohort from Australia here, wholeheartedly. I know Dale, good shot, very good conversion there. Dale McWhinney Shillington's heading UK bound this evening. Cheer on his wife Emma Boyd, who plays for Canada. So it'll be a wonderful experience for both. And then I think they're kicking off for their honeymoon beyond that after games, so lots to look forward to for those two. Yeah, it's another second, close to second.
Talking about uniforms earlier on when Lindsay was in coverage, Steve, you may not have caught some of the socials. I'm not sure how active you are on social media, but
very mediocre.
Kelsey Cottell had a great video out a few days ago of the uniform presentations. And my word, have they got some gear?
Oh, they have, yeah, yep.
joke with Lindsay that the players might have to change every hour or two just to be able to get through it all over the next 10 days.
I know there was a memo went out that because of the amount of gear that CGA, Commonwealth Games Association, have organised like freight to ship everybody's gear home in after the games, because it's going to be too much just for a normal commercial airline to carry individually for each person. Wonderful shot, Olivia, great bowl. But has fattened it up a little bit, given Kay an element of a shelf here to utilise as well. So
Hold a couple out of the Queenslanders.
yeah. Just changes Kay's shot a little bit, where she would have been just flat drawing before that. She can actually poke up with this with a confident draw.
Even off the inside bowls there on their forehand.
Just change it a little bit.
You're saying they've organised some different logistics for the uniform?
Yeah, well, there's so much stuff, and I have the big kit bags, the Australian Commonwealth Games kit bags, loaded up with gear.
Here's Kay. Comes down on her
Positive draw.
forehand.
Having a big sticky beak at this too. She's very close. There is a little hole lagging here. Oh, no, she didn't get it. She did exactly what you said. Just a little bit of usage on... She was missing on the right side, and got a bit of assistance off the inside bowls. Good call, Lee. And the crystal ball out.
Was it the same in your com games, Steve? You get the massive uniform amounts?
It's amazing. Yeah, just incredible.
And that all got back on the ship okay when you were touring? You would have been on the 3-month ship tours back in your time, wouldn't you?
I don't know what to say to that. Probably yes. You'll keep. You'll keep.
There's Olivia. Just sneaks on up,
just
but not enough.
An ounce of weight there.
Sorry, Steve. We joke with you far too often.
I've got feelings, Lee. I've got feelings. But yes, no, the same principles were employed. They were drawing on my knee here. The same principles were employed that yeah, there was definitely freight, and we would load up as best we could with. Because you get things like doonas and stuff when we went for your beds and things like that. They are. Just let you tidy this end up.
Yeah, one shot there. Little conversion from K Moran, 18-7. They go out in front.
This Commonwealth Games is unique in the fact that, the Australian team is staying in a motel. And I have seen that they're all being, well, from what I've seen and heard, they're all individual rooms with nice big queen beds and things like that, where in a normal Com Games village, it's a village is made specifically for Com Games in advance, and they're normally pretty small, 2-door rooms, single beds, in some cases bunk beds. I had the great privilege of sharing a bunked bedroom in Manchester with Andrew Smith from South Australia, and I took the top bunk, which made him very, very nervous.
I've been on a sleepwalker.
Well, he's about 5'2", and I'm
taller.
6. I'm considerably taller than that, so, and heavier. So I don't know how well he slept, and we literally had to turn side on to pass each other in the room. It was very, very tight, but so they're living the dream at the moment with their rooming and everything like that, and take full advantage of it. But yeah, we used to get things like doonas and all sorts of things for our single beds and pillows and all sorts of stuff. So I'm not sure what, apart from the official gear that they've got, what extras, but there'll be plenty. Great keepsakes.
You said about the village experience, Steve. Obviously in your games career, any famous Australians or other nations, sporting stars that you got the chance to say hello to or pass by briefly?
Being an Australian, it's probably hard for me to say this. Very good from Jodie again, but I was always in that era and beyond a big All Blacks fan. Not only for their style of play, but what they brought to sport, their promotion, their culture, that sort of thing. So I read some books about them, and in 1998 I went to Malaysia for the Commonwealth Games, and Jonah Lomu, the iconic All Black winger, was in. Rugby was in as a sport. And to this day, in the games I've been to, I've been privileged to go to 4. Very good bowling girls. Wherever Jonah Lomu went, there was a crowd, an entourage of elite sporting stars just wanting to get near him, just wanting a piece of Jonah Lomu. I've never seen anything like it in my life, and it was a real standout to me. And he was just idolised by, and it didn't matter what country you came from, what sport you played. Brilliant, very good again here. He just had this aura about him, and people just warmed to him and loved him. It was quite a sight to see.
Almost godlike powers there too, wasn't he? Of course,
he was. He was just a superstar.
Came onto the scene 1995 Rugby World Cup in South Africa. Never forget footage against England in the semi-final. I think he scored 4 tries from memory.
He's doing well here.
Can't recall. Saw one of the England outside backs, but unfortunately for him, he got the privilege of Jonah Lomu trampling over him on most of those tries. He was a big unit in the days when he didn't have these large-scale wingers that the rugby codes do now. It was usually went down in size, didn't it? The taller guys in the middle, and it just went down in size to the sidelines.
No, he was a unit. There's no doubt about that. But yeah, just I still remember that clear as day. People would flock to him. A bit like yourself, Lee. Good again here.
Some of my entourage just absent today. Not sure what the security detail has done and organised.
I'm here with you.
All our mates are out on the greens, aren't they, across these men's and ladies' teams for the 2 states?
If we don't talk kindly about them, they won't be our mates for long either. So.
That's a good story. I like that one.
Yeah, you know how some things just resonate with you, but it was just so obvious.
Cricket in that Com
Cricket
Games
was
too?
in that Com Games, yes it was. Yep.
You would have had some experience maybe across other multi-sport encounters with some of the cricketers
absolutely.
at that time?
Absolutely.
Silver medalist, the Aussie men. I have a feeling South Africa beat
I think you're
Australia
right.
for gold.
Geez, you've got a good memory. You've got
Useless sporting trivia facts. My mastermind topic.
Area here, Pammy.
Pam Cuzner. Right up
yes,
now.
she is. Well played. Very good shot.
Tremendous shot. Started the game, Pam Rowe. Now Pam Cuzner. Not come across that. Someone married mid-match, so we've had to change their name.
Mid-game. We had the tennis play, didn't we? Got married on Wimbledon finals day.
The Demon. Alex Demon. Got a bit of flack for that, didn't he? That he obviously was not thinking he was going to be there that day.
Would have been interesting had he made the final. Yeah, good shot, Jess. Would have been interesting had he made the final.
Just ask the Royals up in the box just to hold for an hour or so while I get the vows done before we jump on court.
Exchange the rings and away we go.
Jessie just missing the centre of the jack there. He's kicked it out near the scoreboard. Queensland have got one just hidden behind our naming banners there. So one to the Queenslanders at the moment. Well, that second bowl of Pam Cuzner's would have done enough to count. There's our angle from side on. Jay alongside us. Cameras and players must have been a bit more friendlier to him today. He's been slightly less active than he had to be yesterday.
Only slightly, but
players had the jacks going around everywhere.
Yep.
Yesterday, maybe learned a couple of things overnight in his setup. And
would have slept well.
Did sleep well, no doubt. He was back here before us at the venue this morning, getting everything back in place.
Done a great job. Forehand draw here for Kay on a lefty. Just a wonderful competitor, Kay Moran. Ultra competitive. Just overplayed that a little bit with weight. Gives her a look at it for a second one though. You get these really good players 2 goes at drawing a shot. More often than not, they're right in the area if they miss with the first, certainly with the second.
Queensland and Bolivia here with an opportunity, holding a really close one, and one or two others a little way away, and also with the last bowl here on this end.
Just needs to stop now. And the green is picking up in pace. We talked about the heavy dew this morning, so it's drying right out now, so it's definitely picking up in pace towards the middle of the day. And it can often happen quite quickly too, so already one ranked finish. The Keegan versus Van Eldik game done and dusted. A 30-12 win to Natasha Van Eldik's New South Wales foursome there.
Okay, just needs this one to steady on now for second shot. I think that's going to be enough.
Yep, that'll be second. So,
and in a place where it's really not there to sit out for more shots, is it? Dropped it right in front of the Queensland bowl.
Pretty protected, isn't it? This will be good enough. Willing it on the girls, and yep, well played, Bolivia. A couple of shots to Queensland there. Do they credit they're hanging in there? They're playing, hanging tough. Still a little thing to go with this Matt back, Jack Short version. I probably would have changed this up a little bit by now, just to experiment with the scores, but
yeah, they're consistent with it, aren't they? And well, it's your favourite time of the morning, Steve, as we introduce Bowls New South Wales' travel partner, Wendy Wu. We're proudly partnered with Wendy Wu, Australia's favourite touring specialist, and their massive early bird sale plus best prize promise is officially live. Best seats always go first, so now is the perfect time to lock in your 2027 or 28 adventure. You can save, you can see it there on screen, ladies and gentlemen, up to $4,000 per person.
Huge.
Across every single destination, including the most sought after cherry blossom and autumn leaves in Japan, visa-free China, explore all of Southeast Asia, India, Central Asia, Europe, Latin America, the Middle East, Africa and beyond. But most importantly, you can book early with absolute confidence thanks to the best price promise. That means if you've booked early, Steve, with an early bird departure and you see it advertised on their website for a lower price, before your final balance is due, just simply let them know and they will match it. So your booking is completely protected. And plus, for our wonderful Bowls New South Wales audience that is joining us this morning, as a special bonus for you, you can save an extra $250 per person on top of that already existing sale price by using the promotion code BNSW250. So don't miss out while those seats last. Scan that QR code on your screen or click the link in the description to secure your next extraordinary adventure today with Wendy Wu Tours.
Wendy Woohoo! I love it. Got to change that name. That's a really good deal, though. I've got to say, that is a very, very good deal. My missus is off to Bali on Sunday on a girls' trip. I'm thinking I get in touch with Wendy Woohoo and organise my own.
Get the boys' trip to follow when she returns.
Don't know how that'll go down, but anyway.
You'll get free access to the TV for all the Commonwealth Games coverage if the wife...
Still got a couple of boys at home.
A couple of youngsters at home.
Still got a couple of boys at home. They're soccer nuts, so...
Well, they've had a busy last few weeks then, watching the FIFA World Cup.
I certainly have.
Rather interesting final on Monday morning, that turned out to be.
Oh, good bowler out of luck. Hit the target, got the jack, but just didn't get it quite square enough. The men's open match still coming down to the wire here, so just 4 ends to play overall. And New South Wales lead by 3 overall. They're looking for the whitewash for the Grand Slam, so to speak. That one's coming down to the wire.
Dug deep, Queensland. Wasn't much in certainly the first match yesterday, 56-50. The New South Wales men took Test 1 honours, but blew that margin out a bit over 20 in the afternoon as Louise Cronan
Oh, she got it right. 2 touches.
draws
Two
the
out
jack.
of 2. 2 out of 2 touches. Well done.
Great opening series for Louise. First time as part of the Blues outfit, and it's going to go away a series champion. Any of those other games, it will be a 3-0 result for the over 40s New South Wales male side. They are going to record another victory this morning, but in the over 40s women's, it is all up for grabs. 1 test all, Steve. They've got 2 ends left to play. New South Wales 39, Queensland 40.
Oh, game on. Beautiful. Love it.
With 2 ends left to go. So many options can happen there. In the 25s series, New South Wales women well on the way to a 3-0 series win there. Well, it is actually now confirmed. They are 3-0 series victors. But once again, on the men's side of things, 1 apiece. 3 ends left to play. New South Wales 33, not the Irish 33.
Yeah, 33.
33 New South Wales, 36 Queensland.
Oh, okay.
3 ends left to play.
Bring out a couple of chances there. Narrow, slim chances, but chances all the same. So
yeah, 3 series wrapped up for New South Wales yesterday. They will get the 4th one in the state women's competition that we are featuring here this morning, but for the 25 male and the 40 to 59 female competitions, well up for grabs. Little back cut of the Queensland one.
Yes, yeah. Just wiping all the chalk off the bowl, I think.
Covered, wasn't it? 2 bowls in the chalk.
Yeah. Good day out.
Love the pattern of these bowls too. Yeah.
And they sort of match the New South Wales blue
Yeah, true. Absolutely.
uniform, don't they?
So I've got a son at home who's a Cronulla Shark supporter. He'd probably
He'd
like
like them.
a
Yeah,
set
he
of bowls
would.
similar to that.
He would. Who do you follow?
Nation's capital.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Raiders.
The Raiders, long time without
Yeah.
much success. But yeah, in Ricky we trust.
Yes.
Great man, Ricky Stewart. Very divisive figure in the game, I think, fair to say.
You certainly know where you stand with him, I think.
Good for a soundbite at the press conferences.
Absolutely. A couple of fines.
Benny Crick's-Delitis, Benny Two Shoes, saying great promotion on those tours. Not sure he's talking about the specials or your great woohoo.
Oh, I think he's talking about your promotion. I'm pretty sure Benny's an astute man.
Great character of the sport too, Ben. I'm sure he'd love your little woohoo.
He
at
does,
the end of it.
does a lot of really good work for the sport too. Full credit to Benny. Very passionate about it. Does a lot of great things. Anything from marking at BPL's officiating to media to promotions to you name it. Need people in the sport like Benny.
So Queensland ladies here trying to make a bit of
Very
contact
close.
up front. Olivia, Millerick.
Slide and well, she's
Things
done,
have
and she's done
moved.
enough. Yes, well done. Very delicate. But it's gee, this is a marvellous opportunity for Kay here. She's got what, 3 seconds, and the cannon
And the
coming
best
in.
backward.
The cannon coming
So what are
in.
you looking at, Steve? The furthest right-hand bowl that we see on screen?
Yes.
That's
Connection onto that, which will dislodge the back Queensland bowl, the one nearest to us. It's Jack High. If I called it dark green, would that be? I've got my sunnies on, and that'll dislodge, and she can make sort of 3 or 4 shots here.
even the
potentially.
one next to it as well. You can
Well,
hit
it's a
that other
chance.
one onto the blue and white
Yep.
bowl of Louise Cronan's. Get that one onto the jack as well. So a couple of available chances here.
Nothing for wide.
And I'm going to walk home if she's short of the target too, Steve.
Yeah. Nothing for wide here. Anything on the inside.
Well, all the ladies crouching down to watch this. This must be
Oh,
close.
big
Bowl
chances,
onto
big
jack.
chances. yes, maybe done enough.
Maybe, maybe not. Well, Pam Cousiner just going in to check.
Yes. Yeah, Kay made shot
One.
out of that.
Well,
Again,
this is not a
forward
great
danger
setup, is
here.
it?
It's just horrible, really. Any connection here is still going to dislodge the Queensland bowl. Yeah, I think Pam's a little stumped too. It's just hard to see the exact angle on the jack here, but yeah, she wants to call it down. She wants to get Bolivia's, and Bolivia's, I think, saying at this stage of the game, listen, you call it. I have total faith in what you're going to call.
Yeah, obviously Pam's very, very close to what the danger is. I think you're to play, backhand just underneath the jack. Sit that
Yeah,
last one of Kay Moran's and run through.
Run through, get the jack. Hopefully get it in the teeth.
They've got the second deepest bowl on the green. It's a little off camera from where we were, so it's not all bad at the back of the rink. The only danger is if their nearest bowl goes out and Bolivia's doesn't stay around.
Kind of nice positive weight here, so we'll see what happens. This could be good or bad.
Kick
Oh,
the
well,
jack
she's
across
got
to
it.
where
You've
their
called
bowl
it.
is.
Oh, Lee Stinson on fire here, ladies and gentlemen.
Kay's wanting to get after this bowl, so how many seconds we have? And we got given the verdict just to draw the shot.
Well, either option's fine. Percentage-wise, would be to draw the shot. You've got a circle there of about a yard in diameter, haven't you, where you can draw the shot.
You would probably describe it as the more proper shot to attempt.
Yes, the high percentage shot. Now she's got the way, she's got to run the distance. She's going to go close. She's going to go very close. She's got enough. Oh.
Polite applause.
Yeah, it's not convincing. No, just out.
Queensland hit double figures with 1 end to go. So 18 shots to 10, and so obviously we'll wrap up at the end. But the Queensland ladies, as we said, they've probably lost player on player against their direct opponent. But at 18-10, given some of the head setups and how the bowls have been situated, shows they've not been too far out of this game.
Gallant comes to mind. Gallant in defeat.
Well done to Olivia and her crew, and it goes without saying as a skip, she's a big part of that. Her demeanour and attitude on the green, often with a smile on her face. I'm sure that relaxes some of it, especially for Olivia and Sheridan, who are a little bit lesser experienced at these state bowls. To have a skip with that bright smile just eases the nerves slightly, I'm sure.
Really composes herself well, doesn't she? So the men, 52-50, and they've just played the last end.
Or
Just
playing
not
the
quite
last
sure.
end, halfway through the last end.
I beg your pardon, they are too, yes. So it's game on there. And again, Jodie finishes up as she started. Very tidy indeed.
Poor old Kay Moran's going to need a new toucher spray at the conclusion of this event. And very good finish here
well done,
from
Olivia.
Olivia
Well played. She
Rothwell.
held her head high, absolutely. See a bit more of her over the years to come, I have no doubt, as we will Sheridan.
Well done for Jodie.
Well played. Very good game.
Talking to her yesterday, she was slightly disappointed with a few different ends yesterday, but
Jodie, was she?
Yeah, could not fault her this morning. She's been very, very good.
That's all good. Good bowling.
State men's players. Just half a dozen bowls or so to go on that rink as their teammates surround the one remaining match on the green. Lee Schrainer and Kane Nelson. As soon as we've got a result there, we will let you know final outcome. Of course, one playing for a clean sweep, the other playing for that state pride.
Yes. New South Wales. Blackie, Nathan Black just drawing the shot there as the skips cross over. Advantage New South Wales, that's very good. Well played, Sheridan. Two really good shots to finish off with.
Big cheer across the green for Kane Nelson. It's a long way from our vantage point, but the high fives, I assume, indicate he's made at least two, if not more.
Yeah, they're certainly pretty excited, the Queenslanders.
Lee Schrainer still 2 bowls to play as Pam Cuzner just sneaks one 2 or 3 feet past. Jessie Cottell walks back to the mat. She's played fantastic herself. And you see there on screen Kay Moran just giving her an indication of the length required.
We had a fairly big margin yesterday afternoon's game, and we had Natasha Van Elde kill the last end, much to the surprise, dismay of her teammates. So I wonder if we'll see the same here.
Best with some radio style commentary on the men's series. Lee Schrainer, forceful weight with his first bowl, I believe has reduced the count in Queensland's favour to just 1 shot as Pam Cuzner comes in. As you mentioned, Steve, New South Wales 2 in front over there on the 63rd and final end.
Both skippers only got have one opportunity left. Looking at Kane playing some sort of weight as well, I think, to either kill it or get the jack back for a number. So, tell you what, Jessie Cottell, look at this for a bowl. She got the weight. Oh, that's very good. Gee, it tightens the head right up, though.
So a couple in favour of the Queenslanders with a few bowls left to play.
As you said, if they hold these two and get back to 12-18, that's a very good effort in this match by the Queenslanders. New South Wales, to their credit, have played extremely well, but they've hung tough here. Reduce it just to a 6-shot margin. As I say, I'll repeat myself, a gallant effort.
Not a lot of fanfare in that men's game.
This is good here, Bolivia, Millerick. You've just about got another one here. With little or no room, that's 3.
Yeah, well played. Yeah, great shot. I didn't hear huge excitement in the men's game, although I do see Lee Schrainer come back to the mat to play the 16th and final bowl on this end. So we await anticipation on what the outcome is going to be.
He's drawing. Well, I think he's drawing. He's well up, but needs connection. He's gone through the. Oh, he's got the shot. He sat on a bowl and flopped back, so it will be a victory to New South Wales. Not exactly sure what the final outcome was, but
yeah, strange turn of events those last couple of bowls as Kay Moran back here in live action, just trying to clear the front.
She just hit that front bowl.
Catches an edge and runs away.
Draw another one, B. Not much room to do so. Very tight head here. The backhand, how's the memory? Just needs to bend the weight's pretty good again. Just a touch high. encouragement of Kay's teammates saying you were all so close last time, play the same again, you'll be right in the area. Just to rub salt into the wound, I guess.
What's she done here? Caught another edge.
Ah, yes. Well done, 3 to Queensland to finish that rink off. That's a fair effort, 13-18. Come back there and hold their heads high, and well done to New South Wales. Let's not lose sight of that. They played extremely well right across the board, the whole 4 players. Unreal.
Terrific effort from the BIOScapes New South Wales Blues as they take out test number 3 this morning. That was the 62nd of 63 ends with a few bowls remaining on the rink next door. Just to quickly get you up to speed with some of the other matches, it was the New South Wales men who took victory over in test number 3 on the far side of the screen. 53 shots to 50, the final outcome in that game. So New South Wales men with a 3-0 series win, and it will be 2-1 in favour of New South Wales in the women's series. Moving across to the over 40s, a comprehensive victory for New South Wales in the men's competition this morning. So they recorded a 3-0 series win. In the ladies, it came down to the final end. 1 test all overnight, 40 shots all going into the last end.
Oh.
But it was the home side, New South Wales, with a count of 4 on the final end to get away with a 2-1 nail-biting victory. Down to the 25s, New South Wales women's side, 3-0 series win in that event. And as we search for results in the under 25s, it is the Queenslanders, Steve, who have won the deciding test number 3. The men's under 25 Queenslanders, well done to you, 39-34.
Good game.
Victory in that series. So they go home with 1 piece of silverware, but it is the BIOScapes New South Wales Blues with 5 trophies. And Steve, as we get the wide pan shot of the final few bowls here, hope you've enjoyed these past couple of days with us.
I certainly have. Thanks for the opportunity. Great to come and watch. You got best seat in the house, free ticket. Get to watch some of the great players from Australia and even the world to play. And even more enjoyable for me is seeing some of the rising stars coming through and seeing them get an opportunity. So thoroughly enjoyable. You and your team from Bowls New South Wales, the production team, done an amazing job. Thank you very much, Jay and of course Kira and yourself, mate. Awesome job. You should be in sales. And all I can say is I'm looking forward to taking advantage of Wendy woohoo in the travel department sometime soon.
Fantastic. Thanks very much, Steve. Just a reminder, of course, as these final few bowls come down, Commonwealth Games action over the next week and a half. 7+ is the free app for you to download to catch all of the action, every single match that is taking place over in Glasgow. We had Lindsay Clark earlier on with us in commentary, her and Clive Adams to commentate on all of those 47 Australian games.
Fantastic.
Throughout that series. So tune in for that. Our next coverage from Bowls New South Wales will be at the Women's Division 1 State Pennant Finals early next month at Fig Tree Sports. And next week, Bowls Queensland will be hosting coverage of the Para Series, Para Men and Women, Queensland and New South Wales, to take place in Brisbane. So that will conclude our coverage here today. Big thank you to all of you for tuning in, taking part in the comments, our random trivia updates along the way. So to all my co-commentators throughout the past few days, Ben Morthorpe, Ollie Morrison, Steve Glasson and Lindsay Clark. My name's Lee Stinson. It's been great having you here in Australia and around the world, and a great series performance by the BIOScapes New South Wales Blues.
BIOScapes Group, we started as a small family-owned business.
Initially a commercial landscape business and now specialising in synthetic sporting courts with a big focus towards bowling clubs and over 55s communities.
We're standing here in an amazing facility at Ocean Grove Bowls Club, brand new, opened in September 2025, a world-class facility capable of hosting the best events in the world.
So when Ocean Grove first reached out, it was a very exciting prospect of not only two world-class synthetic bowling greens, but they wanted to turn this 3,000 square metre space into one big function area.
We looked at what an indoor facility would do for our club. We wanted to compete with the nation's best on all levels, on the green, off the green, and to create a facility like this was just, it needed to be done.
And the R&D that's gone into the products and the materials that we use has only improved over time.
Being undercover, that opportunity to play it all hours of the day, every day of the week.
Several design meetings. There's always a lot of design changes.
We had the area, we knew what we sort of wanted.
Really good communication makes it really easy. A few challenges. Anything that we did run into was very quickly identified, spoken about with the Bowls Club, and that led to us having a pretty smooth experience.
BIOScapes right through the whole process, nothing's been too much. Regular communication, post-project completion, the follow-up service, second to none.
I think it's really important, the work we do at BIOScapes, to be able to give people the chance to have the same experience that I get, all the way from like a community sporting level to a venue like this.
Here's an all-weather facility, you can do whatever you want. We hosted the Gollan night. We've got a World Bowls function coming up in May. It's not just a bowling green, it's a multi-purpose entertainment facility, unlimited opportunities.